replay of the open mic NBA 2K23 community space from May 2nd, 2023. Well, we made it to another Tuesday night in the My Team community. It's been a good week, been a fun week. Playoffs are in full effect. Playoffs are going nuts. Jimmy, are you watching any of these playoffs?
Yes, sir. I got the Heat and the Knicks on right now.
Oh, but no Jimmy Butler tonight, I hear, is the scoop I just found out on Twitter.
Yeah, they got Brunson and Randall, though, so it's going to be interesting, man. I mean,
yeah.
it makes sense. And normally I don't say this. I say you just got to go out there and win every game you can, but it's obvious Jimmy was in some pain. So you rest tonight. You already won game one, and if you can steal this one, that'd be huge. It's close right now. The Knicks are only up 3 in the first quarter. But at the same time, Ramsey, shout out to him, pointed out on stream today that they don't play again until Saturday, so he'll get some rest.
Oh, yeah. Ramsey keeps me informed on what I need to be informed on and what's important, so I can't thank him enough. But yeah, and good week so far. I've had a great week, regardless of not pulling Manu today, which was rough. I ripped a single today and Manu wasn't in there, and I'm thinking, well, what? And so I got over that. It took a minute to get over that. Did end up getting thorough, so that was a pretty sweet little one empty single. It finally hit.
And, okay, I was gonna say one empty single, don't open packs.
Oh, yeah.
That's your line.
Yeah, don't open packs. But I'm softening on the don't open packs. So now I'm like one empty single, make your own decision. Yeah. Yeah, little more, less hardlined stance.
Sounds familiar, but okay, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And so the Evos, the tie-in with the playoffs when the My Team has been fun. I think. I don't know if you've been trying to get on the making a bunch of MT when a card might Evo train.
A little bit for sure. You can get some crazy prices during the games if you guys didn't know that. Like if you're watching the game, I'll give you an example. RJ, if you sold him in the first half of the last game, dude, you probably made bank.
Yeah.
And I mean, the same goes for after the games too, right?
Mm-hmm.
To some extent, you just got to be careful with it. I've evolved a lot of cards, man, and I've still got some cards left to evolve, but I've made some serious profit off some of them. Somebody bought my Opal Claxton for like $26K. He's not even in playoffs anymore. Okay. So somebody in my stream, and he didn't know, so I don't want to roast the guy too much, but he asked, hey, after the Sixers won, is Claxton a good investment? I'm like, bro, he's out of the playoffs.
No, didn't you say absolutely? I thought you said did you say he's getting an Evo? In fact, there's a cheap one up for $26K.
Somebody bit, man. Somebody bit, and I have a hollow Finney Smith, and he never got an Evo, and he's out of the playoffs. But at least I have the card, right? And that's my guy. So, oh yeah, man. I mean, tonight we got the Heat and the Knicks. Obviously, I wish Jimbo was playing, but I'm sure the Heat are still going to grit it out. And then we got the matchup that's everybody's talking about. You're going to hear Bron and Steph for the next couple weeks. Hopefully it goes to 7. I'd love that.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Can't wait.
And the reason I bring up the playoff card is because Harden. I was a big fan of the Harden card, and I'm becoming more and more of a fan of Harden as a basketball player.
Okay.
I respected his game, but now you see a little bit of grit in there. And sure, you hear about the Atlanta strip clubs and hot wings, but the dude can ball out, man.
For sure.
And yeah, some of the pull-ups and just wild how somebody can just take over like that.
Yep.
And there's shades of kind of like Allen Iverson back in the day, where they built a team to rebound for him, and he did go out and get some buckets, man.
He's a special scorer, Tim. And I mean, a hater would say, "Oh, Embiid was out, so Harden had to go crazy." But no, I mean, Harden still got it like that, man. I was waffling about this today on stream, but you're going ahead and seeing shades of and throwing it back to 2017-18 when he was officially the greatest scorer on the planet. He was doing stuff back then that we've never seen, and he turned back the clock last night. I've always been a fan of his game, man, always. And it sounds like you're becoming more familiar with his game as well.
I am, and it makes you think like the team that had Harden, Westbrook, and Durant.
Yeah,
that if they would have stuck it out, if they would have stayed together, their careers would have looked totally different. Their games would have looked totally different. And it's like everything happens for a reason. You look at that team and you say, well, it was a failure, or was it the launching point for three individual careers? You know, it's perspective is huge. And I know I've been talking perspective for months.
They made it to the finals, and yeah, LeBron beat them for his first championship, you know. But we think about what Giannis said. You make it to the finals as a young nucleus and a core of a team, and obviously everybody's went their separate ways. But that's not a failure. You know how hard it is to get to the NBA finals. You know how hard it is to make the NBA, to stick in the NBA, to be a top draft pick like James Harden in his draft and live up to the expectations that people have for you at every spot you've been to amidst all the controversy. Dude, he's a beast, man. I'm a fan of his and always will be.
And what Giannis said was amazing. When he talked to the reporter, did you get a promotion every year? Or was every year a failure?
Yep.
Are we always building toward man? And that's talk about just an off the cuff answering a question, and with one of the greatest impromptu, mini speeches I've heard in a long time.
He's awesome, man. Whenever Giannis speaks, I listen. He has like one of the best perspectives on the game, on life, on everything, and he just gets it. He's come so far since he came to the States, and I'm Greek, so seeing him rep the country, and really he had to flee the country, but he went ahead and has represented Greece so well, and he's loved. And I'm so happy for him, even though they lost. Not a failure. It was not a failure at all. It was not a failure for him. He was in MVP talks again this season, which is crazy because he's already been there, done that. And this season is not a failure. Jimmy just was on a mission. The Heat were on a mission. They won. That's a great perspective, not just for sports, not just for the playoffs, but for life. You can apply that to content creation. You can have a stream that's a little bit lower numbers than you've had in a while. But if you think about it, you're still like, people still came through. People still engaged. Maybe you had a new follower. Maybe you had a new first-time chatter. Maybe somebody came through and saw your content for the first time. Maybe it got somebody to subscribe to your YouTube channel or follow your TikTok or follow you on Twitter or whatever the case may be. Like, I've had to keep that perspective this year several times.
Or none of that, and you got practice.
Yep.
None of that, and you just got 2 hours of practice. And I know we're talking about practice.
Yeah.
but it all helps. It all is building towards something. And it can be frustrating. It can be, younger Giannis. And by the way, I'm glad you mentioned you're both Greek, because watching Giannis play, I'm reminded of your game a lot. So
I mean, it's just the blood we have in us, man. What else do you want me to say?
Yeah, half the time I have to nudge my wife and say, "Hey, that's not Jimmy we're watching. That's Giannis." Correct her. We get them confused from time to time.
I'm sure she's done too. W. Rich. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but it's been aside from that, it's been a fun week, a great week. I got to play some IRL basketball, which man, anytime you can get out and play basketball, do it. Even if you're old, and even if it's hot out, and even if whatever, there's no bad nets or the ball's flat, you got to go buy a new pump, which I had to go buy another pump. And when I was at the store, I was looking at the pump I was buying, and I was thinking, how many of these have I bought in my life?
I saw your tweet.
Yeah. It's like every time I want to play basketball, I have to buy a pump.
Yeah.
That's it. And I've accepted it.
My dad has definitely bought a fair share for me and him to play with, especially when I was younger. So I'm with you.
All right, yeah. I figured it was going to be a pretty common, I don't forget what the word is called, but relatable comedy, that's what it is. I figured it's relatable comedy because we've all bought a bunch of pumps, from our first basketball till buying them for our kids, or we're coaching or anything. It's something you just always have to buy.
We had one in our garage that lasted for a while. It was blue. I can still like picture it in my head. So, but no, I hear you, man. I mean, just playing ball, and that's what I played the most ball with. In the driveway was my dad, of course. I'm only child, so didn't have any brothers or sisters. So, we
Oh, yeah.
should do whatever, pig, horse, around the world, one on one, you name it, man. My mom would join us sometimes, so it was a lot of fun bonding experience.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've had a lot of games that started off as horse turned into pig because nobody's making anything. It's like, yeah, we're gonna be out here forever.
That's pretty freaking funny, man.
Yeah, and that was a blast. I got to play with my sons and my two sons-in-laws. One technically, one not really yet. But and it was in Boise, Idaho,
Okay.
and it was in a park that I pulled up to the park, and I'm thinking, what in the Disney movie is this? There's cheerleaders practicing over in the field. There's kids playing on the little kids' toddlers playground. There's basketball. There's full court basketball. There's probably 15 people out there and people in line. And I'm like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. You know, you make it to about 3 points and you're winded and gassed and it is hot and you want to quit playing,
Yep.
but you're playing. You're still playing. And and so that was the biggest thing. And then got a quick little family trip, you know, kind of a common meeting point between everybody had to travel. So that was my huge win. Kind of recharge everything because everybody gets caught up in the day-to-day monotony of going to work, going home, eating, going to sleep, or fill in the little things that change it, the little spicy things that change your typical day.
For sure.
And
No, I know how it goes, Tim. I know how to be in it is that routine, and I know how it is. I used to work such goofy hours in the evenings, and
Mhm.
wake up and I'd play 2K, and I'd get ready to go to work late in the evenings, get home at 11:30 midnight, play 2K, wake up, play 2K, go to work. Especially when I was in North Dakota, like it was just that cycle, man. Just every day, I did that every day for like over a year, bro. Like it was crazy to think about. And when my second job, it was just all over the place. So um, it's nice to build a routine, and it's nice to have consistency. But I was still working evenings back then. Last year,
Yeah,
this time I was working mornings, and when I come home, I want to stream, but I'd just be so physically exhausted because I'd wake up at 6, drive to a school that's half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour away, and then come back. And I know how it goes. So it's great to
yeah,
do something to spice it up and to
yeah.
mix it up, to fire up an unscheduled stream like you do. So it's a big
The
W.
unscheduled, yeah, the unscheduled are the things that you're looking forward to, and as it goes, you know, leave the Xbox, leave the laptop, leave everything at home, and unhook. You know, stay connected because you still want to see what's up, still say what's up, but be able to just, yeah, go out and hoop, go out and run, get some run in, get some, you know, get a little sunburn, you
Yeah,
know, and maybe if you're listening, I don't know what's the weather is in anybody else's neck of the woods, but I guess I've felt a little cooped up, and in working construction, you're outside all the time in
right,
the cold,
right.
and so when it does get nice, you know, you see a 55-degree day, your tank top on, shorts on, you know, let's get outside. And so that was great, especially when you can enjoy it with your family. And so the point of that was if you can change things up a little bit from the daily routine, like take a weekend and go out and do something, plan a holiday,
Yep.
and then get back on the grind to do our thing, you know, make sure we pay our bills and take care of our stuff. But make time for that, especially in the summer. We get what, 80 some summers and that's it. And like the first 14 are out of our control.
Yeah,
And
facts.
And and your walks to the lake, you know, that's great. And they get nicer. And I bet they're going to get longer and maybe even more bizarre as you get a little off the beaten path. Maybe go find a hoop, get some shots up. Yeah.
I'll definitely walk to the lake as the weather gets nice. After a nice spell, we've had a weird stretch of weather, but it should be nice the next couple of days for sure. Um, my mom is planning to come down in a couple of days, so I'll spend some quality time with her for sure.
There you
And
go. And that
but
means PAX. That means PAX at CVS. So I'm excited about that.
yeah, if they have baseball or basketball cards, so
Oh,
they'll go out pretty quick. They do have football cards, but I'm kind of whatever about those. But
yeah.
I I don't know. I guess the best place would be go to Target. So
Target. I've heard that's the place to get the hot packs. You know, you got to know when the deliveries come. People line up. It's a whole lifestyle.
a couple years ago, it was insane. And if you don't remember, they literally had to stop carrying them because people were going crazy for those types of cards, Pokemon cards, all that different stuff.
Hey, it comes in waves. You know, it was Beanie Babies back in the day.
Yep.
And nobody knows what that is. Probably, if you Google it, you could probably buy one for like a nickel.
I have some.
Okay, good. All right, I like that. Yeah. And another great thing that happened this week, I built some cred. I would say built some cred. Had a retweet from one of my favorite rappers. Spose is his name. A dude from Maine. Awesome. A wordsmith. I really enjoy witty wordsmith rappers. And you know, like Hobson's one of them, and definitely Spose is one of them. And so I was listening to Spotify, as I tend to do, and it recommended, hey, this new album's out. And I was like, hey, what is this? 15? Wait a second, I've been listening to this guy for 15 years. No way. You know, every once in a while, probably daily, probably multiple times a day, you're reminded how old you are when you get old. and that's when you're like, yeah, I remember this kid. Yeah, wait, 15 years, dude. And then so I tweeted something. He ended up liking it and retweeted it. And it was one of the things that makes you feel good, feel cool.
If I told you I've listened to it before, would you believe me?
I'm believing more and more what you say. So the Trae Young, the Ice Trae thing was tough.
Yeah.
But I'm believing more and more what you say. So you have listened to him.
I think Spose has great pass accuracy. No, I think no, it was the song "I'm Awesome."
Yeah.
And I heard that. I can't remember if I was in middle school or early high school, but I do remember listening to that song. Wow, that you just unlocked a memory for me, Tim.
Yeah, good. And there are songs, and there's crazy songs that we've all heard and stuff. And that's what the beautiful thing about music. There's no time machine like music that unlocks memories, that takes you on little journeys that you're like, oh, now I'm gonna listen to this song. I didn't even remember this song existed, and all of a sudden, yeah, you've been unproductive for 2 hours. But
yeah, no kidding. You can really fall down the rabbit hole. I've been there.
oh yeah, yep. And then the final thing for me that led to a great week is some pretty awesome follow backs on Twitter. You know, everyone's saying I appreciate every single one of them. They're amazing. Every single person that clicks on my thing and says, "Yep, I'm following this guy," I'm still shocked at. But and then there's sometimes when it'll come across that you're like, "Holy cow!" And that's Space War Bird. He followed me back today, and oh yeah, and huge W. And it's like you want to walk around the job site and tell people, but nobody knows. And but so that's something. Yeah, you never know, but you know, kind of, it's a personal win is what it was. A personal win that it seems like I'm doing a good thing, and that's kind of my gold star of the day.
Big gold star. Did he gold star chili? Competitor with Skyline Chili. There you go. Who else followed you back?
There's a couple other ones. I know Kid Med followed me back, and I don't want to miss any, but that was the one that just came up as my notes, my Waffle House notes. I put a little smiley face by followed back by multiple, and then just wrote that one. I should have looked more because I knew once I go live, I forget everything. That's why I write down so much stuff that I forget everything that I'd prepared unless I wrote it all down. And since I only wrote down his name, he's the only one I'm going to remember.
That's a big W, man. Med's my guy. Yeah. I mean, just to see what he's done, you guys need. He just 100K, but you guys.
Yep. 100K on YouTube, and that's all goes to hard work, and that's us. That's greatness. We get to see that. That's Steph. Game 7. That's greatness. That's hitting 100K. That's tweeting out that right there. That's my greatness that I get to share with everybody. That we don't.
I'm glad he tweeted that because I went and watched some of his videos, commented on a few. Like, they're crazy, man. They're some of the craziest YouTube videos. I don't care about 2K, and I've watched a lot of 2K YouTube videos. They're just plain and simple one of the best YouTube videos I've ever seen, where John Moran or Michael Jordan starts from the bottom and then he has to work his way up, and the editing on there is crazy. I'm so happy for Med, man. Big shout
Yeah.
out for sure.
And then that shows, and that's got to come with consistency. That's got to come with, putting in the work. And that's Space 26 is crazy.
Yeah.
Even writing that down, and what I wrote is greatness. And not that what I think what we are doing is great, and not individually. Yeah, we can all be great, but I know collectively we can do greatness constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And so that leads me to kind of my papers. I can't believe we waffled for 20 minutes already.
Hey.
Ramsey's going to be on me, but hey, that's all right. Sometimes you got to waffle. That's you got to what is it called? You got to download information.
Yeah.
Or debrief. I guess it's debrief is what it is. Not download. You got to debrief. Catch up. We caught up on the week. I'm glad we got to do that.
For sure.
We'll continue to do that, but I got a little intermission here on greatness. Because Jimmy, greatness is all around us.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, we don't notice it, or maybe we've noticed it once and then we drive by it every day. And during the NBA playoffs, greatness is on center stage.
Yep.
We see it. We saw it last week with Jimmy Butler, Game 7 Steph, Game 1 Harden. This is greatness. The top athletes who all think they are great, and one just comes out and he's better. Obvious greatness. And another word that came up, or combination of words, is irrational confidence.
Right.
Because I was talking to my friend at work, Ricky, new name, not named Bob. His name's really Ricky. And we were talking about Curry and how great. And I guess his wife's a huge basketball fan. So I'm talking, and he understands parts of it, but he's into it. But he sent me this little clip that Steph Curry said. And on my notes, I said I need to read this clip. So I'm going to go over here to the computer now. I'm going to read this clip.
All right.
And it's about irrational confidence. And you got to have it, Curry told ESPN. The security in myself to know I am who I am and I play how I play. Whatever comes out of that, you kind of live with. It's not passive. You have to work. I think that's the biggest thing. It's a different way of looking at the game, looking at yourself, almost like an irrational confidence that comes with just being that type of dude. And that's what it is, irrational confidence. That's my game. That's what I do. I'm going to launch from here. Everybody's going to shut me down, and I'm going to put up 50.
Yeah.
And you live with it, and you live with the outcome, and the greatness comes with that, or the failure comes with that. Because greatness comes with sacrifice. The blood, the sweat, the tears, the training, the prayers, the vitamins. For those Hulkamaniacs out there, late nights, early mornings, the things that people don't see. And of course, unless we tweet about them. That's what I do. I make sure people see my hard work and tweet about it. And the failures. Everyone has a story about failure. All of us do. All of us have failed. Nobody here has been 100% successful at everything we've done.
Right.
And maybe that's down to missing a snipe on a 2K card. or maybe our 250K qualifiers went 1-1, 1-1, 0-1, and then 0-1. Maybe we shared our failures that way on tweets. Or we applied for a job in Alaska that would have changed our entire life, and we failed to get it. And I are thankful every day that we didn't, because the world would have been different. But at the time, you're crushed.
Yep.
Why didn't I get that job? That's a failure. This is what life is over.
Yeah, I've got one. If you want me to share.
Absolutely. Yep. I can see I got notes, so I can't lose my place. So okay. I'd love to hear your story of failure.
Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, so we were talking, and you were talking to me about competition, and I share with you a story that I'm happy to share, but this also plays into competition. So going into my senior year of high school, I was competing against others, actually at a pool of about 150 people, let's say. high school students from around the world to get into a very competitive program at Northwestern University for journalism. And like it was very competitive, man. Like this program for 6 weeks, you learn about journalism. You learn from some of the best. Mike Wilbon was there. He spoke to us. We had lunch with him. It was one of the coolest experiences. And I got into it. And I was in there, and I fell in love with the campus. I thought to myself, okay, this is close to home. My dad works downtown Chicago. I can visit him whenever I want. You're at a Big Ten school with Big Ten, a lot of Big Ten stuff going on. This is what I want. Now, mind you, I had Butler in the back of my mind, and I still applied. And I applied to Northwestern, and I was gung ho about it. I had a Northwestern bucket hat, dude. I was locked in, man. I would stare at my Northwestern folder on English class in high school my senior year. I'm like, dude, I did my thing at Northwestern. I met people. My application is good. I know what I'm doing. You're a senior in high school. You think you know everything. I thought I knew everything. I have my own television show. I run my high school Twitter, Instagram accounts, Facebook accounts, everything, bro. I was locked in. Then you log in to the Northwestern website, and they say, we did not see a fit at this time, and we have basically rejected you. It was very, very, very. It just happened one day in December. I remember it,
And you're already buying merch. You're already getting the merch.
I was all in. I was all in, and it was a situation where we had a Facebook group of people from the program. And I still kept in touch with people from the program. And it wasn't just a Facebook group, but people commented and posted on their Facebook wall, because that was a big thing back then, back in 2014, Northwestern class of 2019. Like I could just see it scrolling down the timeline, like a whole time, man. And I remember that. And I saw like a lot of people that I was with and I knew from the program that I was in the summer with, they got in. And it was a situation where you applied early decision, and then you couldn't apply again. There was no real wait list. It was just all or nothing.
Wow.
And then it was hardcore, man. Everything about it was hardcore. And I think about that, and I think about how hardcore it was, and how much hardcore it would have been if I would have actually gone to school there, and how much pressure there would have been if there was. And Butler was just the perfect fit for me, man. I'm so happy it ended up the way it did. But
and that's how you turn failure into a success. That's failure into a speed bump. It doesn't always have to be backbreaking. It doesn't always have to be end of days, because and then this goes back to a couple weeks ago. We were talking about Kobe, missing the game winners. And he goes from failure to greatness. And then we're watching it unfold, and then right away into the MJ and GOAT talk. And now all of a sudden we're overlooking greatness at the moment to talk about legacies. We're almost missing the point, missing the scene to talk about the movie.
I'd love for somebody in the chat, or I can do it, to find the Michael Jordan failure commercial and post the link to it. And he has the famous quote in the commercial, "I have failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed."
Yep, exactly. And yeah, not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get up. And we can get into the GOAT talk and the legacy talk and all that stuff. Not today, of course, but we're talking, that's like summertime baseball talk of who's the greatest to do it. But I hope everybody does get into that talk, because it's a fun, endless debate that you can't prove final, but you can argue a good point. But you have to enjoy the greatness as it happens, or make it happen. And that's watching a game like that, or having a great conversation, or having a great meal, or cooking a great meal. Seeing something great with your own eyes, going to one of those games, going to a concert, going to see a band. Going to a national park. It's summertime in parts of the world. Take advantage of that. There's people that come from all over the world to see Yellowstone National Park, and it's in my backyard pretty much. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things that's great that you take for granted. You don't see it. And you don't see it enough. And when you do see it, you're blown away. But it takes a minute to realize, okay, it is great and enjoy it. And don't compare it to other national parks. And don't compare your meals to other meals you've had. You're allowed to just have a great meal.
That's true. That's true.
And we're allowed to just watch Harden play great, or Curry or Butler play great. We're allowed to do that without thinking, well, comparatively speaking. No, we can enjoy greatness. And
Yep.
you know, and we get to watch Steph and LeBron coming up, and that's going to be great. You know, but we can't get caught up in their greatness because we can do great things too. You know,
Have said to appreciate greatness, man, and I hope that if I know we're gonna waffle for a while, but if anybody remembers one thing that any of us say, just remember to appreciate greatness, man, because it looks very different in different ways. You articulated that perfectly. I'm watching Jalen Brunson right now. I've known this dude is gonna be great since high school. Okay, I've told you guys about that.
you should have told the Mavericks.
I should have told the Bulls so they could have picked the hometown kid. Okay, but every team passed on him if you think about it, because he fell to the second round, which still boggles the mind if you look back at that draft, which was a great draft, but I don't know how he wasn't a first round pick. But to him, some people probably thought, "Oh, that's a failure, right?" You know, he was projected to be a first round pick. He's the best player in college basketball. Why did he drop so far? Well, guess what? He's made a heck of a career for himself. So you watch a guy play in high school, you watch a guy play in college again and again against your team, and you know he's great, and now he's performing at the highest level. So I always root for him. I always do.
And you can root for him, you can watch greatness, and don't get caught up in his legacy. Don't get caught up in your own legacy. You know, you don't get caught up on 100K subs on whatever, 100 or 1 million followers on whatever, trying to be CEO of Jimbo Enterprises. You know, celebrate each win, celebrate each victory, make a plan, put in the work, stay positive, be ready to deal with adversity, but adapt. Failure is temporary, but it's necessary.
Yep, I agree.
We need failure to recognize success, and we need success to be great. And scene.
Boom. Tim drops
That's it. And I was right on time. I promised Ramsey by the time I'd have my intro done by 6:30, and I could get into the questions with you. So. And Ramsey, he as promised, he was going to send me a text to make sure I'm, staying focused. Because like I said last time, we could waffle for 2 hours each week. I know we could. I know it. Easy.
A half hour just went by. We're waffling. Like, what are we doing? No, I'm just like.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't even said much. We've been just here talking, not saying much, which is good. Which is a great conversation, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Waffling.
But how are you doing? How is things going? Big picture.
Well. I'm doing well. I appreciate you asking, man. It's fun. I love streaming.
Yeah, and I thank you for being here. I put that at the top of my list, and I already missed it because I keep asking people questions first, and I forget to thank them for even speaking, and which I'm going to get better at. So thank you for speaking first.
Thank you for hosting the space and doing it. 26 is crazy, and that doesn't even factor in the interviews you've had with people where you go in depth. I've been a part of those with some of those folks, and I love it, man. I love what you're doing. And I it's just cool. It's just been fun. And I look forward to Tuesday nights every night now. I do. And
it's been fun. And you know what I wrote down too? It's nothing I have done this year I planned on doing.
Yep.
Nothing.
That's the fun part.
Yeah. 41 Twitter followers on August saying, hey, should I buy 2K? And here we are. Okay, so what was the best thing? I told a couple of best things that happened to me this week. What was your best thing that happened this week?
Ooh, that's a good question. I touch grass, believe it or not. So that's one thing that was good. But no, man, I mean, just streaming. I love doing it. It's something I look forward to doing every single day. Every single day since September 8th, I have fired up at least once, sometimes twice. And
every day.
Every day.
That's pretty good. That's pretty consistent. That's half consistency.
Consistency is my, what I pride myself on. That's what I love to do. I love to stay consistent and be consistent. I've mentioned this, but the last couple of years I wasn't as consistent with streaming as I would have liked. But there are a lot of things that happened that were outside of my control. Yeah, I can control my attitude. I can control my effort. I can control my work ethic. There's a lot of things that happen in life that you can't control. But at the end of the day, I can control those things that I just mentioned. And if people show up, people are busy, people got lives, people got things that are going on, people are in different time zones. There's a lot of different things going on. But you know what? I'm going to
You're
give
there
you,
to greet us in the morning, or some of us in the afternoon, depending on where you're at.
yeah, I'm going to give what I can give. It's giving, as the cool kids say. And I'm going to give what I can give, man. And I've loved doing it. And it's been a lot of fun to be at the Waffle House with all you guys. And then you open up the keys late night and we get to waffling some more. So it's pretty good.
All right. And then shout out to Alex. Who you got, Warriors or Lakers? Steph or LeBron? California or California?
That's tough, man. You could really pick either team. You could really make a case for either team. I'm going to go with Bron by the slimmest of margins. I am hoping and praying it goes 7. But you could easily make the case that Steph is going to win that and the Warriors are going to win that. But
right. This will be recorded forever. I'm just saying.
I know. You're going to put it on YouTube and everything else.
Yeah. I'll make my first TikTok about it. You wait.
I really like the Warriors. I do. I love Steph. Clay's awesome. I like Draymond a lot. But I love me some Bron, man. And what's the command in my chat? Just because I don't talk about Bron every day doesn't mean I don't love him.
And that's because you're always talking good about Rui Hachimura too. It's constant with you. It's almost obnoxious with you.
I love what the Lakers did at the deadline. I think they got a lot better, and it's been fun to watch them in the playoffs. It's been fun to watch the Warriors in playoffs. It's just been fun to watch the playoffs in general. I can't get enough.
All right. And shout out to Matt Mojo. Now we're going to switch it back over a little bit away from the playoffs to my team. What is your current relationship with NBA 2K23 My Team?
I mean, I got Hakeem.
If you were describing it, let's say you're describing your relationship with My Team to your mom on the phone right now, but you can't say it's a video game or anything.
Yeah.
So there's a time commitment there. So. Jimmy, tell me about this My Team you've been seeing.
You know, Mom, it's a bit of a complicated relationship, but at the end of the day, I think it's prosperous. No, I mean it's fun. I'm enjoying it on both consoles, and staying no money spent as always. And it's just I enjoy streaming it. Yeah, that's hot take. I do. There are things that I wish were changed. There are things that I'd like to see implemented in 24, and I understand that. But at the same time, I've been doing it every day. I don't know if I've streamed MLB in there too, but I enjoy playing the game.
Any wrestling streams on the books?
No, I can't stream that off my PS5. I tried to do it the other day, to be fair.
You see what happened there, Jimmy, just now? That I asked you about your relationship, and you started off by saying at the end of the day, and then you started talking about other games you're playing.
My relationship with My Team, I am committed. Okay, I'm committed in the somewhat complicated relationship. I am loyal. If anybody wants, I am nothing if not loyal. Okay, I am nothing if not loyal. I will be loyal, man. I will be. I've played unlimited this season. What the heck?
Hey, you're loyal, and you're a solid hype man. One of the top hype men. You and Flava Flav are pretty much the only ones I know, but so it's loyal and being a supporter, being supportive and loyal in your relationship with 2K.
If I'm compared to him, that's a big W, man. That's a huge W, actually. And I enjoy playing the game. I enjoy playing on both consoles, using different cards, using different lineups, all that different stuff, man. There are things, and you mentioned space. If you can go to my Twitter, shout out to Heck. We were waffling about this, but you can see what I said. I think he brought up a lot of good points in his tweet. And it's great to hear from him. I like I said, when he speaks, I listen. But at the end of the day, Giannis says that a lot. He says at the end of the day, I don't know if it's a Greek thing or whatever it is. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you're so excited to get to the end of the day, you Greeks, apparently, huh?
yeah, gotta enjoy it a little more, man.
Yeah, let's talk about more of the day and not the end of the day.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, the good part of the day. It's still daytime, so
I
uh,
I'm still playing. I'm still playing. I know we're in season 6, and I know
mhm.
May. It's gonna be May, and the May the 4th be with you coming up very soon. Um,
And you may or may not have went to the Met Gala. I saw a photo today on Twitter.
yeah,
You're
I,
you're looking good.
I had to be dripped out.
Yeah.
Just something light. Um, Met Gala by Gunna is the. I posted that on Instagram, and I accidentally posted to Facebook. So all the old geezers who are friends with me on there are going to get a kick out of that. Shout out to Nolan for letting me know that I posted that on Facebook. I just wanted to get some love real quick.
What does that say about you, though, as someone that accidentally posts to the wrong social media
I know.
platform?
I know.
Aren't you talking about these old geezers seeing your Facebook? So
Yeah.
what?
I'm 57, right? So that's kind of calling the pot calling the kettle black. So
Oh, it's not kinda. It is. It's 100%.
yeah, I
But
mean,
that's something I would do. I get that. I respect that. I just yeah. That's why I only have a couple different social medias, and it's always pretty much the same thing. Hey, shoes and my team. So there you go.
I bet
Can't forget which platform I'm on.
I bet you there's at least one person. Shout out to you for 20K, by the way. But I bet there's at least one person I'm Facebook, who I'm friends with, one of the geezers that are older than me at the ripe old age at 57, that actually thought that was me at wearing that dressed in the Met Gala outfit. I swear to you, because some of those people don't know how the internet works. I don't even know how they're on Facebook. I am friends with so many random people on Facebook, bro. You have no idea.
And you think that somebody just likes it and go, yeah, that looks nice, and then
Yep.
just scrolls past it and says, yeah, there's Jimmy again, big
I
city
mean,
kid.
look, me and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Have you ever seen us in the same room at the same time? Come on now.
Have not.
Right.
So yeah, they could be onto something. Could be onto something. And I have no idea where you were at during the Met Gala. I don't even know when that happened.
Last night.
So
When we were at Butler, it was the Student Government Association, right? And the abbreviation was SGA. And I used to always think that's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander as the president of our student body. So there you go. There's always been a connection with me and him.
see, that's good. That's good. And see, and I'm a Kentucky fan.
There you go.
So there you go. Yeah.
Honestly,
I know people. I know people too.
on a serious note, I'm put you on some drip, Tim. That dude dresses better than anybody in the NBA. Don't care. Like
Hot take. Shots fired. Why throw shade at so many other people in the NBA for no reason, Jimmy?
Well,
Aren't you friends with like Terrence Ross and such?
I got to give a shout out to Carson Edwards because he's my friend. I mean, he's not in the NBA right now, but he's hooping overseas and he's very fashion forward, and he puts together a lot of fits, and I know he really focuses on that, and that's awesome. But the stuff that Shea puts on, bro, he's different. And
Fashion forward. Why haven't I heard the phrase fashion forward before?
well, because I'm educating you, right? They don't call me the.
I like it, but it sounds like that's something you'd have to try to explain. No, hey, I'm being fashion forward. No, it's not weird what I'm wearing. I'm being fashion forward. You're being hip. You're being closed-minded about what I'm wearing. That's what it is.
It's not even like Shea is on trend. Like he's making his trends. Russ too. Like Russ is an OG in that. Like I mean, I loved when he wore the dress. Actually, like that was awesome. But because he just owns it. But right now, at this moment in time, Shea is the moment, and he gave what.
Are you fashion forward?
I try to be, but I don't know if you consider a hoodie and sweats every time I wear on stream that fashion forward. But hey, sometimes
No, I do not. Now,
Oh.
even though I just barely learned the phrase fashion forward, I do not consider that fashion forward.
Okay. No. I step out when I need to, man. I try. You know, I know I'm not gonna be Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and that's okay. I'm just gonna be Jimmy, and that's all that matters. So it's cool.
The helmet could have caught on.
There you go.
See,
And
so maybe that was a little bit fashion forward.
yeah. if you guys don't know the backstory behind that, we had a guy in chat come on my stream one day just say, you know, you got to get a haircut. Your hair looks like a helmet. And so what I did was I went to Target and just bought a helmet, and it's in my closet actually. So if I need to buckle up for stream tomorrow, we'll definitely do that for sure.
Well, I appreciate that. I look forward to some fashion tips. You know, that could be a whole thing for the summer fashion tips with we'd have to give you a whole nother nickname though.
Yeah.
Right? Jeez. How many nicknames do you have, by the way? And I want to say hello to Ramsey too, because this is when he starts getting angry at me.
I'm glad you knew what was about to happen. I'm glad you knew what was about to happen, Tim.
I could feel it. So for some reason I could feel it. Like, okay, Ramsey's about to be blood boiling here, so I know I got to wrap it up. But again, how many nicknames do you have?
Well, as many as Shaq, and me and Shaq are just alike too. So we're basically the same, and that I pride myself on that. I had Papa John's today in honor of Shaq, actually, but no,
See, without the Greek thing, I don't get the resemblance. See, the Giannis thing, I get. I see that, but the Shaq thing, nah.
Well, Shaq has a lot of nicknames, and so do I. If you look up the list of Shaq nicknames that he has, the Big Cactus, the Big Diesel, Superman, you name it.
What's your favorite Shaq nickname?
I think the Big Diesel is pretty cool because that's how he was. He's probably the most dominant player we've ever seen. And watching him and Kobe got me into basketball in 02, 03 when I was a kid.
What's your favorite of your own nicknames?
My favorite nickname is Jimmy, man. That's all it is. And Jimmy technically is a nickname, but I don't know. A 57-year-old outdated Mickey Mouse streamer who opens a Waffle House every day. So,
what's your favorite kind of ice cream? I'm curious.
That's a good question. I like cotton candy. Superman, actually. Superman, I like Shaq.
I could have swore you were going to say vanilla, so thankfully you didn't. I was building up to a vanilla answer, and it wasn't vanilla.
No. I like vanilla, though. I do. But at the same time, I do like to spice it up. And it's funny with Superman. I remember I had Superman ice cream as a kid a lot, and I'm really waffling now.
But Superman ice cream doesn't last, though. Vanilla, like every brand makes a vanilla. Vanilla lasts. Vanilla's consistent. Vanilla's good. It's good forever. It's not bad. It's not bad to be vanilla. And once in a while, you put a little hot sauce on the vanilla to have a hot take.
I don't know about all that now, but
say Trae Young's going to be the best level 40 ever or something. Or no, I take that back. You say there's no way Trae Young's going to even beat a level 40. A hot take like that.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm. And what happens? He ends up getting 95 pass sacks. So what do I do?
It turns out pretty darn good. Is what it turned out to be.
Hey, it was a fun year.
And it made the documentary. It makes whoever makes the documentary, it makes it.
It was a fun year. It's not done yet, but it's been a fun year, and you've been a part of it. And I'm gonna get going, so Ramsey can get you in line, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you always being, pop culture forward as well as fashion forward.
Me and Shay, same person.
Yeah, as it pretty much spit and image. I say.
Walk the drip and make out the ball. It's a song.
As always, thank you a ton, Jimmy. Ramsey, how are you doing?
I'm good, Tim.
We did better, right? Cut it down a little bit.
Yes,
huh?
Yes, we did good. We did good today.
All right, give me the best thing that happened to you this week. I want to start off with that. Then I want an update. But I want a Ramsey update first.
The best
before we get into the
sports. Happened to me this week was I got to surprise my sister on her campus at school. We drove 3 hours the other way just to surprise her because she had finals coming up and she was a little stressed. So we didn't tell her, but we drove to her. And so that was nice.
Nice. That's it. See, glue guy, not just the community glue guy, the family glue guy.
Yeah.
Well done. Okay, well, so you know how busy I am with work and streaming and all this other nonsense. Will you let me know what's been happening out there?
Yeah, it was an interesting.
I hear there's some basketball going on. Maybe I don't know.
Weekend. So going into the start of last week, it was we knew we were gonna have some playoff matchups. Those finished up. So out of the NFL, we had the NFL draft on Thursday, My Panthers drafted Bryce Young, a quarterback from Alabama, number one. Lamar Jackson, since the last time we met, reached a deal with the Ravens for 5 years, $260 million, with 185 of that guaranteed, making him the highest paid NFL player currently. And then
I should have learned how to throw a football.
and then a little sad, little tidbit, but it's still relevant news. The linebacker Shaquille Barrett, unfortunately, lost his 2-year-old daughter. She drowned this past Sunday, but that's still relevant sports news, so that's why we always
It's
tell it in sports
it's
world.
tragic, and it is a reminder about water
Yeah,
safety
exactly.
and how serious of an issue it is. Water safety,
Um,
about
to
fences around pools,
Exactly,
around wearing life
and baby
jackets, around
gates
all
and
that
all of
stuff.
that. But to lighten the mood a little more, we get back to the NHL now, and some first round matchups concluded. Now we have the Panthers versus the Maple Leafs happening right now. The Seattle Kraken versus the Dallas Stars. The Carolina Hurricanes versus the Devils, because the Devils just won last night in Game 7 over the crosstown rivals, New York Rangers. Sorry, any Ranger fans. And then the biggest shocker for the NHL was the Boston Bruins. They did exactly what the Milwaukee Bucks did, except for their respective sport in hockey. They had the best record and an NHL record in finishing in the regular season 65-12, and they got first rounded by the Panthers, who take on the Maple Leafs currently. So then we take it over to what everybody is really talking about here, the National Basketball Association. Now, we had a big event on Sunday. We had Game 7, where Steph Curry, the greatest shooter ever, put on the best performance in a playoff closeout game. Game 7, 50 points on the road to will his team into the second round in the conference semifinals versus the Los Angeles Lakers, who they will take on later tonight in Game 1. We get another Curry versus LeBron matchup after 5 years of a little break. Joel Embiid was hurt yesterday in Game 1, and he did not play versus the Celtics, but that was no problem for James Harden, who finished and put on a masterclass of his own with 45 points, willing his 76ers to a Game 1 victory over the 2-seeded Celtics, and they will play tomorrow night for Game 2. The Nuggets are handling the Suns currently as they defended their home court, and they take a commanding 2-0 lead. Unfortunately, the Suns will have to try to get one back at home without their leader, CP3, the point guard, who is out, and he will be reevaluated in a week with an injury. And that's unfortunate because CP3 seems to always catch the injury bug in the playoffs. Embiid also won MVP of the National Basketball Association, as he called it way back then. He bet on himself, and it finally paid off. The Heat currently lead the series versus the
I
Knicks.
believe he trusted the process,
He
Ramsey.
definitely trusted the
Trusted the
process.
process,
And then the
right?
Heat currently lead the Knicks 1-0 after a Game 1 victory on Sunday, and they're currently up 3 at the halftime without their leader, Jimmy Buckets, who suffered ankle roll with 5 minutes left remaining in the fourth quarter of Game 1. And next game is Saturday for that series. So, Game 3 is Saturday for that series. So it made sense for the Heat to rest him tonight. So we'll see if the Heat can. It would be big if the Heat can steal another one. But it's also crucial for the Knicks to take advantage because they have Julius Randle, their all-star, back, and Jalen Brunson, and the rest of the gang is playing. So we'll see how the second half goes for that.
So you think he's injured, or is he resting?
No, Jimmy's just resting. He probably wanted to play tonight, knowing Jimmy Butler.
MJ would never. MJ would never.
Well, MJ
Right?
could tell Phil Jackson, "Listen, Phil, I love you to death, but I'm gonna do what I want." Right? Jimmy probably told Spoelstra the same thing, and Spoelstra was like, "Listen, we need you in a 7-game series, not a 1-game game." So I think that was a smart choice by him, catching up on some well-deserved rest, because he's been in another gear for his team, willing them to every victory that they've gotten, and being the bus driver for his team. So
It's been wild. It's been some awesome. The way that people can elevate their game to push themselves to be better than everybody else that's supposed to be better than everybody else is wild. It's
It definitely
greatness.
is. Definitely is.
Yeah, and just so there's a series coming up, the Warriors Lakers.
Yes.
Again, shout out to Alex for the question. Who you
Yes.
got?
So, um,
Recorded forever,
yes. So
forever in
I'll do
history.
this
Who you
quickly.
got?
It's I'm tied between choices. It's like when a kid asks a parent, "Who's your favorite?" Right? Steph Curry is from
You only get
Steph
two
Curry.
choices. You can't tie
Steph
between the two
Curry.
choices,
Listen
Ramsey.
now. Steph Curry is from North Carolina. And he's his school is 15 miles from where I live. So shout out Davidson. But I love Braun. So he did a lot for my organization and being in Miami Heat. So this is what I'll say. I want a good series. I want a healthy series for both sides. Nobody, no injuries, no nothing. But if in a game to seven series, it goes game seven, I do have LeBron James. And listen to what I said now. I have LeBron James in seven because that man does not lose game sevens, just like Jordan never went to game seven. But we'll see how game one goes, and I'm hoping for a good series. But listen, if I gotta rock with somebody, I'm betting the house on Braun. I'm just gonna bet the house on Braun. He'll get down gritty, move over, but I'm betting Braun. That I gotta bet Braun.
Uh, I like it. I like it. Okay, so I like how you start off the prediction by saying this is why you would pick Steph. So that's good. I like that. Okay, so in the video game world, video Steph with the Evos and stuff. And shout out to Matt Mojo for this question. What's your current relationship with my team?
Mm. Well,
And like I told Jimmy, you're describing it to your mom or pops, but you can't say it's a video game. What's the relationship look like? What's the time commitment?
um,
What's the enjoyability? Are you happy?
so the
What's up?
enjoyability. My current state with NBA 2K, my team is um working on things. I mean, we're going through a stage where shout out to everybody in here who helped me out. I sold Yao, and that was a sad day for me, but thanks to you guys. Thanks.
How many different people played co-op alongside with that
Listen,
Yao?
I know it's been a lot.
Probably everybody here,
It's
probably
been a
everybody
lot.
in this space that's on Xbox,
Yeah, just about.
everybody that'll ever listen to this space.
Yeah, so Yao had to go. But he sold for a good amount. So, but I've been in the Fortnite, man. I play Fortnite every day. That's been the wave. Especially with the event that they're having for Star Wars event. And I mean, I get on just because I want to get on every day, but the playing the long hours of co-op and grind after seeing the RNG release cards for this next part of the season, I just was disappointed in it. So I haven't been the motivation hasn't been the
Hmm.
same, but yeah, I still
So
play.
again, one of the things in the bio of your relationship with 2K is Fortnite.
Yes,
Talking about another game. Interesting. That's
it's definitely Fortnite in there. I mean, Fortnite has been massive for me the last couple days and weeks. It's been fun, man. So
oh, yeah. And that's good. And it's good the community has brought, we started off, we all found each other through NBA 2K My Team, and it is neat seeing that the streamers that I followed because of my team see them playing other things, see them,
yeah,
playing Fortnite, see them playing Rocket League.
yeah,
Shout out to myself. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm the one my teamer that plays Rocket League. All right. Anybody? Well,
yeah, yeah. It was fun. It
there's
was
Alex.
fun.
Yeah, Alex. I got Alex, Zach,
Yeah,
uh, Cam, I think is start. Yeah, this is the dying few. But everybody's playing Fortnite, so that's good.
yeah,
And the Star Wars people are playing Star Wars.
yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. and playing together. And so last week we learned about one of your glue guy, your team skills was being able to take one off the chin for the team in baseball.
Yes.
Yeah, which can't be easy. Which hey, it's competition.
Yeah.
And to get to the top level of competition, you have to fail.
Yep, that's true.
Tell me about a time, and it could be a sports thing, a celebrate too early failure, an embarrassing moment.
An embarrassing.
It might not even be sports related.
Moment. Okay.
It might be putting the gas hose in your car and driving off with it, dragging down the road. I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An embarrassing moment for me, probably.
Or a failure of something like what Jimmy was talking about. He was on his way to Northwestern. His bags were packed. He already had the purple gear.
So a fail.
And I know this is tough. This is kind of a curveball.
A failure for me had to be my first 3 months of college. So all of our assignments were due at 11:59 on Sunday. And so I didn't wait till the last minute on one of the particular assignments, but because I was kind of out of sorts, I didn't submit the correct one, and I didn't submit the correct file. You had to name it specific type of way, so that way it could be pulled up in class, because with sports, like with naming files, when you put it into a system, if it's not named correctly, it will not go in order. You can't run a show correctly. So we were learning how to do that, and I didn't do that correctly. So I didn't get to do what I needed to do, and I didn't necessarily fail it, get an F on it, but it was a failure for me because it was it was the first time like our sports director was there, and we go by last name, and my last name started with an A, so I was going to be obviously first. So when they asked, well, why didn't I go? It was because I didn't have it all together. So that was a failure, but I learned from it, and I got my shit together because I finished top of my class by the time I graduated. But that was one that I had to take on the chin, and I told my mom, and she was like, "Well, if you think I'm giving you sympathy, you got another thing coming. That's your fault. Get it the fuck together." So, that was one thing that I had to learn, especially being on my own, like 7+ hours away from home. So I'll never forget that. But it made me better by the end of the course, or the end of the graduation.
Oh yeah. So. Yeah, that talk about trial by fire. Yeah, right away, your first semester, first intro into college.
Yeah, first time really doing the whole sports thing, putting together a show and all that. So it was.
Did you really focus on how you turned things in?
Yep. I always ask the professor from here on out, how do you want me to name this? Put like your last name, then the underscore, then what? I had it every time perfect after that. Never messed up again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it only takes one.
Because I was the only one that had it messed up out of like about 16 people, and I was first to go. So yeah, it was like a big target. Yeah. Wasn't a fun time.
So everybody that goes next. Yep, I had mine. Mine.
Yeah,
yep.
I had to take that one on the chin.
And you're hoping somebody else had to have missed it. Somebody else, but nobody.
And, they were just all perfect. It's like, wow, okay, all right, nobody's gonna mess up that.
And that's learned, yes. And you need that kind of failure, because imagine it might have happened over and over again throughout college if you wouldn't have done so poorly that first time.
Yeah, exactly.
But bounce back and keep going and get it done, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great. And huge shout out to Hamza, Alex, and Ragai. You guys are going to speak. Hamza's going to speak first because he didn't get to speak last week. Just as a quick update, I'm trying to be more friendly to the speakers who aren't speaking and let them know that, hey, I see you. There's a line, and you're in it.
Yeah.
So appreciate that. So Hamza, you're on deck, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so where the summer's coming out now, and we're talking about greatness. Are you doing anything exciting with the summer?
Yes.
Anything looking forward to?
I'll be traveling more, seeing different people that I haven't seen in a while, meeting some new people. Um,
Are you writing that down? Are you writing stuff like that down, or are you just hoping
oh
to?
no,
Because
I know
every
I'm
year
gonna
I
do it.
play golf like the first week of the year.
I
Every
know
year
I'm
I
gonna
play
do it
golf, and I
though.
say, "This is the year. This is the year I'm going to play golf all summer."
No, 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 no,
And
no.
then it
No,
snows.
it's gonna be. It doesn't. We don't get real snow down here in North Carolina, so you'll find that out quickly. No, no, no. I'll definitely be traveling. I always go up and do my annual trip up to New York because I have family up there. So probably stop over and bother Jeff. Shout out Bizos for me. Um, and
Oh
do
yeah.
some other traveling with the
It's
family.
going to be
You
pretty
know.
hard for you to start traveling around. If you start telling people where you're going, you're going to have to make so many
Listen,
stops
I
to
was
see all
talking to
people.
Jazz too. He wants to do a meetup, man. We got something cooking, man. Let's we got something cooking. We got some things
Yeah.
cooking for the summer. But my highlight is coming
Like,
up this Friday when I get to, make your life hell for about 2 hours, and then the following weekend when we get to celebrate my boy Tuck, and then you get your ass kicked
yeah.
in basketball.
I don't know. I'm
I,
making getting shots
listen,
up
listen,
part of my
listen.
daily routine, buddy.
It's a
So,
good thing that the area that we'll be at, where we'll be at, is there's a hospital nearby for you, so that way we can get your oxygen tank and all of that and everything else.
they sell those mini oxygens at like Walgreens.
Great. You should
Like,
you should
isn't that
you should
wild?
pick one up for yourself. Hmm.
Oh, how about I pick one up for
Oh,
you?
I mean,
Because you're going to
I'm
be,
gonna
yeah,
I'm
I'll be
gonna be in
putting in
my
the
home
work.
state, so I'm not. We defend the land over
Yeah,
here,
and
buddy.
see, I'm be used to being at a higher elevation, all right, at higher
Listen,
altitude. So my lungs will be stronger. I'll be ready. I'll be
yeah,
ready. You just be
I,
ready for the work.
I hope
That's all I'm
so.
saying.
I hope so. I hope so,
Yeah,
man.
because speaking of somebody who gives people work, you know this guy Ramsey, right? This dude Hamza. You hear about this guy?
Yes, I think I know him. I think I know him just a little bit.
What do you know about Hamza, Ramsey? Give
Um,
me give me a couple sentences that you know about Hamza, or you think you know.
I know that he's Canada's finest. He's the youngest of five brothers, and his birthday's Saturday.
Yes, sir. That was better than what I could have done, man.
Oh yeah, I can't fact check it all. I know you're Canada's finest. I didn't know about the birthday, and I had a clue about a big family. So yeah, I would have failed that. That's why Ramsey's the glue guy. How are you doing, Hamza?
I'm doing wonderful, man. Just taking it day by day. Feeling good, man. Hope you're feeling well too, Tim.
Oh, great. Hey, I get excited for Tuesdays for sure. Get
Oh,
to
definitely.
never know who I get to hang out with. Never know who I get to talk to. So it's a good time. So thank you for speaking. Uh, we were talking about our best things. What was your best thing this week?
Well, I think it was finalizing my vacation coming up. Starting on Friday. It's gonna be a 9-day vacation, staycation, I should say. Not going anywhere far. We're gonna do a couple like small little things with the family, so it should be cool. Like archery tag, maybe
Archery
horseback
tag.
riding.
That
Yeah,
sounds terrifying.
it's a little scary, man, but it's just like paintball, man. It's like it'll hurt a little, but
Oh,
it'll be worth it.
okay. All right. That makes a little more sense. That makes a little more sense. I like that. Not just like, hey, run, and if you catch an arrow in the leg, and then you're it.
I've never done it before, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, I like that. Do you think the basketball skills are going to come in useful?
Yeah, and
How's
the
the
hand-eye
spin move
coordination,
looking?
man. It'll be the side-to-side lateral quicks, man. All that.
Yeah,
Sadly, my lateral quickness is like a 60, man. If we're to rate it overall, so
you
it's
just need
not
a
gonna
better
help too much
shoe.
on the court.
Just need a better shoe. That's it. More
Yeah,
confidence. That's all
no, I
right.
don't think a shoe will help me, man. To be honest, that
Yeah.
+4 is not doing much.
Yeah, well, maybe a coach. Couple of floor generals. We'll get you
Tim
up
is
to
so
workable.
You're so what's the word? You're so optimistic, man.
That's right. That's right. Irrational confidence. That's what it is.
There it
Learn
is.
that from Steph. You got to be irrationally confident, because why not, right? And optimism comes with it, and I think that comes with being a Minnesota Vikings fan. That
All right.
the only way to be totally destroyed at the end of every year is you have to go all in. You have to believe 100%. And yeah, and so you do every year. It's always, and so optimism's easy when you know how it's going to end.
Agreed.
And okay, so who you got with the Warriors Lakers? That's the big Bron Steph matchup.
Man, honestly, man, it's gonna be a tough series. I feel like it's gonna go to 6 or 7, but I gotta go with Bron, man. It's hard to go against the biggest Bron, as they say, man. As Ramsey says,
Give me this.
The biggest.
Give me this.
Give me this.
The biggest Bron. Yeah, and real quick, yeah, Fed, sorry to bring up the Vikings in a 2K space. I know, but we're used to it. We are used to it. We're stronger for it. Okay, so Bron's the pick, huh?
Yeah, I've got to go with Bron, man. Bron is he could do whatever he wants at this point. And
so if somebody would tweet real quick, Hamza thinks Warriors are weak, that'd be great.
Oh man, that's just taking words, putting words in my mouth, man.
Hey, no, that's what I do. That's what I do. But one thing I don't want to put words in your mouth for is your relationship with my team. Mm-hmm. And so let's say you're telling Mom about this little something you're sweet on, this little my team, and you can't say it's a video game, but tell me about your relationship.
It's a love-hate relationship, man. Love-hate.
But nobody's selling me on this. I would never, not one person I've talked to yet, I'd say, yeah, stick with it. Sounds like she's the one.
It's tough, man. We spent a lot of time together, long walks on the beach.
Yeah. Okay. See, so there's good things about it.
Mimosas, time to time. But, it's just sometimes it doesn't go as planned. You feel me? Like, it's not, you rage a little bit, at each other. It gets tough, man. So, it's a love-hate relationship, I'd say, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, a little bit of rage mixed with some mimosas and long walks at the beach. I think that's my team in a nutshell, isn't it?
That's all it is, man. Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah. Well, I like that. Stick with it. Shout out to Matt Mojo for that question. So it sounds like you two might make it. It's good. At least you understand each other.
We do.
But we talked a little bit last week about competition and IRL competition. It doesn't have to be sports, but it has to be something where you went up against people that maybe thought they were better than you, or you thought they were better than them, and you won. Tell me about that.
Right. So, a situation where it was basically like a competitive scene where everyone thought they were better than each other, and I came out on top, type of thing.
Yep.
Well, in sports, I haven't had like the most successful career in rec leagues or like I'd say organized basketball. So it's kind of hard to give this a very an opinion on my side, but
we can't fact check you. Just so you know, Hamza, we can't fact check. So.
Definitely, yeah, I can make up.
Don't overcorrect yourself. Come on, we got to tell the legacy of Hamza is building right now.
But I would say I was in a 3-point competition in the 8th grade or 7th grade or something like that. I was coming in like the underdog. No one really knew who I was in the league, and I ended up just shooting that thing, man. I was lights out that day, and I ended up winning that 3-point competition. I still have the little trophy behind me, actually. I wish I could show you guys, but I'll probably show it on stream tomorrow.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
3-point. You were launching that bish, as what Kendrick Lamar would say, or N-Man would tell me when I play co-op with him. Launch that bish. Launch that constant. I dream about that still. Launching. That's
it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
I love that. And so nobody knew who you were when you showed up,
Just
and
about.
everybody was scared of you by the time you left.
That's what it was, man. I was known as a shooter ever since then.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that still true to this day?
To this day, man, I could step on the court. It's been like months since I shot a basketball, man. But
Do you have to explain that you're the shooter, or is it?
It's known. It's known.
Okay.
Take a couple jump shots. You see the flick of the wrist.
Yeah.
That's all it takes, man.
See, not me. I shoot like 6 or 7. I look at the guys. I'm like, trust me, I'm the shooter. Hold on. I'm warming up. A couple more. Got a bad shoulder. A little knee issue going on. Yeah. Well, have you ever had the reverse, the opposite happen to you, where things didn't go so well?
Yeah, but just about my whole career, man. Just tons of failure, a lot of losses, a lot of playoff exits. So yeah, man, just about my whole career.
Hey, but hey, that's something to build off, though. It's not truly a failure, just a stepping stone.
That's right. It's fine to fail sometimes. Like, it builds character, helps you move on, like build tendencies. So yeah, it's not always a bad thing.
Oh yeah, yep. It's becoming better with practice. They say you learn more from your losses than your wins.
Right.
And being a competitive, and I do mean competitive, 2K My Team player. Is that true? Mm-hmm. Do you learn more from your losses than your wins?
Yeah. I just played my first player lounge actually tournament. So it's like a competitive tournament that goes on, like, they do it almost every day actually, but this was one of the bigger ones. And I played like a comp player the other day and I lost by like 12 points, but it was a good experience. His name is Infamous. He's actually pretty well known in the community. Mm-hmm. And it was a good experience, man. Like, I got to know how to play in those types of situations, even though I don't think he was trying all the way like as he should, but it's still a good experience.
Why wouldn't he try?
I can just tell the way he was up by like 20 plus at one point, and then he just started taking weird shots. So kind of seemed like he was letting go of the brakes a little bit.
Not me, man. If I had 20 on you, I'd make that 40 real quick. I'd poke the bear is what I'd do.
Poke the bear, yeah. We heard that one before, man.
but the fact that I wouldn't put 20 on you, because I do mean comp. Do you see a drastic difference in gameplay when like the players lounge as opposed to the 250K tournament?
Man, yeah, the 250K. The are you talking about the qualifiers? Like the
I for some reason my internet was lagging out, so I didn't make the actual tournament. So yeah, the qualifiers were the only ones that I played.
Internet, right? Just nothing else.
Yeah, for some reason, each time, 4 times the internet bugs out, and it happens to be the 4 qualifiers.
Man, it sucks, man.
Yeah, the gatekeeping, Sparklight gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping. But yeah, it was definitely a lot easier in the qualifiers because it's a lot of random matchups you get. Mm-hmm. So you could be playing like Timmy from Wisconsin and just beat up on him. But
why is that a thing? Why is little Timmy a thing? Where did that come from?
It's been a thing, man. Like, I think it started on Twitch. Someone, probably a streamer, just started calling the little kids with no stick Timmys, man.
South Park.
South Park? Is it South Park?
Timmy.
Okay, but why? Okay, but why is the little gamer kids called Timmys though? Because they could have called it anything else. Why?
It's just the name. Like it suits the what it's going for. You know, just Timmy seems like a very bot name. You know.
Really?
Yeah, that's just me. I'm sorry to all the Timmys out there, but it just seems like a bot name.
You're talking to a Tim. You're talking to a Tim right now, Hams.
I know.
And I think they're assuming that all people that have the EY or Y at the end of their name must be a kid. I'm here to defend those people.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah. So I was always curious because I heard that a lot, and I felt like shots fired, and then I got used to it, and it was like, no, that's an actual thing. They're not picking on you, dude. Get over it. I tell myself that. Why is everybody picking on the Timmys? I was curious about that. Okay, but so how you being the comp person, how the 250K qualifier. 4 hours of game of have to win, have to lock in, have to sweat. How do you prepare for that to be a top competition in gaming like that?
Just getting your reps in. It's more about, I think for those qualifiers, it's a lot about stamina, like just not mentally getting ahead of yourself. So you just have to be ready for the day, like get a good breakfast in, like don't play the game too much before the qualifiers.
And is that the same way you approach the 3-point contest?
Man, I didn't go in with any preparation for the 3-point contest. So I'm not gonna lie to you, but it just ended up working out, man. It's just one of those days.
Did you walk in with the Larry Bird confidence of leaving the warm-up jacket on and saying who's finishing second?
Oh no, I was terrified. I had no confidence in winning that. I was just new to the league. Like, I didn't even know I was that good at shooting, to be honest. And then I ended up shooting very well. So, yeah.
Oh,
man.
so you pulled the Jordan shoulder shrug as you walked off?
Basically, yeah.
This profile picture of yours.
Oh, that's me holding up the trophy. That's exactly what it is.
I was thinking it might be. It might be. That's good. See, so we all have seen it. So you've been bragging about this forever.
Hell yeah. That's one of my biggest accomplishments in life, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just the way it made me feel that day, is unmatched, man.
And that's why you play 2K, to get that feeling.
Definitely, yeah. I wish there was 3-point contests in 2K. I would have gave these guys the work, man. World records and all that.
Would you flash pause, you think?
More than definitely, you do? Yeah. I'd use Curry. Go crazy.
Do you want to call anybody out that you can whoop? I know you play a lot of comp players. You want to just call somebody out real quick before we move on to the next speaker?
I see someone that's a Curry user here, Ishmop. I'd love to play him in like a 3-point contest if they had one, man. That'd be cool.
Wow. Okay. So, there you go. Call somebody out on a game mode that doesn't exist. Smart.
Exactly.
I like that.
Because there's no way to actually, and he's on Xbox, so there's literally no way. I'm safe.
So, if you have the vacation coming up. Do you have anything else coming up this summer? Because I shouldn't even ask if anything else, because a 9-day vacation is pretty much. Yeah, that's what I'd say is the best thing about summer.
That doesn't count the weekends though. So it's only 6 days out of the year that are taken out of my days, pretty much.
Okay, so do you enjoy your time off less on the weekends, or is it just one big fun vacation?
Oh, it's one big fun vacation, man. Because weekends are even better, actually, since I get to see my family.
Oh, I like that. Sounds pretty good. Sounds like you're doing good things since that 3-point. That 3-point contest really set you up for some big things, Hamza.
Oh, it did. I gotta agree with that.
When was the last time you told anybody about it?
Other than today, probably the last girl I talked to, man, which is a couple years ago. Gotta be honest, man.
Stop. I know there's a certain little honey at the water cooler. You stop that, Hamza. You've been telling everybody about it. I bet I'd get a shirt made of it. A shirt made of that profile picture. I'd wear it. Right, if you sold that merch, I'd buy it, Hamza.
That'd be
cool. I'm buying
man.
What you're selling is what I'm getting at.
I should definitely make a shirt, man. I agree.
Yep. And another person that I'm buying what they're selling is thank you for your time also.
Thank you for hosting the space.
You know anything about this next speaker? We have to do a little bit of shuffling because we didn't get to talk to Jampy last week. You know anything about Jampy, Hamza?
I know Jampy's not the best at mathematics. That's about all I know.
Oh,
I'm hoping
well, damn.
That's all. He's good at other subjects though, but math, he needs some work. It needs improvement, as they say.
What do you think about that, Jampy? Does your math still need an Evo, or where are you at on that? You have your hand up, so I think you're ready. Or yeah. There you go. What's up, Jampy?
What's up?
How's the math Evo going?
Math Evo. Pretty good. I mean,
where's the confidence, Jampy? What's up? What's going on with you? How you doing?
I I failed the last 3 exams.
What?
Yeah.
I gotta get back in the lab. That's all that is.
Yeah, mom's getting me right.
Good, good. And that's on you as well. So let's get put in that work. Work gets results.
I got accepted to the new school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, my dude. When does that start? Is that for next year?
Yeah.
Are you through the moon?
Of course. Yep.
Nice.
Right
How's
now,
the basketball team look at that school?
it's gonna be probably gonna be the 13th man. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, that's still being on the squad.
I'm gonna be in it. I'm gonna be like Tim Thomas.
Tim Thomas, huh? What if you don't get Tim Thomas? Then who are you gonna be?
Man, I haven't played 2K in a while, man. Like right now, I'm doing a project.
So let's make that the best thing of your week. What's this project you're working on?
It's boring. So we have to give it tomorrow, and it's like of the stuff we've been doing like in the whole year, and I let that for the last moment. So doing it right now.
And it's due tomorrow?
Yeah, it's due tomorrow.
Jeez. All right, we'll make this quick then. I appreciate you speaking, but now you have other priorities. But who's winning out of the Lakers Warriors?
Lakers and 6.
Lakers in 6. Okay, even called the game. I like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me your current relationship with my team.
0%.
Non-existent?
Non-existent. And I really want the team.
Yeah, I'd rather have you have a good math score than Hakeem.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna have some time because I don't know how many days there's left on the season.
It doesn't matter. You don't need Hakeem. You need a better math score. We're done talking 2K, my dude.
Hear me
All
out.
right. Tell me about your competition. Tell me about your real life competition.
It's math.
Because you're a basketball sweat. I know that.
Oh yeah.
I've seen it. So tell me about your shining moment.
Right now, I really want to shine on math, bro. I really don't want to give up on it.
Of course you can't give up on math. We need math our entire life. There's no giving up on that.
I'm so bad on it. I have to take math lessons in summer.
I've heard of that. That's not that bad. That's not out of the ordinary.
Yeah, cause and right now I finished the assignment. I got 23 and 23, so looking pretty nice in math right now. I've been studying.
Okay. So when you want to work on like a dribble move in real life that you can't do, what do? How do you get better?
I probably just don't do it.
No, again, wrong. Practice it. That was the answer. You practice it. Exactly. Math is all about formulas. Math is no opinion. Math is right or wrong answers only. Math is if you believe in the formulas, if you trust the process, then you can get the answers.
Right now, it's pretty easy. We even have calculators.
Okay. See if they even give you a calculator. What's the deal then? Is it effort? Is the effort thing?
No, I think this one's pretty easy. I thought I nailed the last one. I was very confident, but I ended up getting an F.
All right. Well, do you have any plans this summer besides math class? Extra math?
Well, every day after school, I've been hitting the gym.
Okay. What's shooting or lifting weights or what?
I'm doing everything, upper body, everything, abs.
Okay. Good on you. Healthy body, healthy mind, better math.
I'm gonna get myself right. My team's the last thing on my list right now.
No, good. Yeah, get yourself right, and play games, play whatever games in the meantime. It's family, school, then sports, or my team, or games. But it's got to start with the first two. and you know that. So I'm glad. You know, it hurts me to say that to anybody, but I'm glad you're not playing my team. All right, I'm glad you're focusing on school. I'm glad you got accepted in that school, man. That's the best news of the day, Jampy, for real.
I've been wanting that for years.
I know. We've talked about it multiple times. Like that is awesome. So good job, and that's not easy. You know, going in a different language, everything, dude. You're one of my heroes, man. So, but not math though. You're not math man or anything yet.
Yeah,
So
okay,
keep working on that.
Right.
Keep working on that. And keep in the gym. Get it consistent. Get in the habit of it. You know, you do something for a month every day, it's a habit, and before you know it, you always do it. It's just part of you. Oh, Jampy, he's always in the gym in the morning. You know
Yes, sir.
why? He's 36 years old. Yeah, he just goes to the gym all the time. So, I'm proud of you,
Hey.
man. I'm proud of you.
I heard the Tims are considered kids now.
Yeah, bots.
Okay, that's new.
I didn't know. I heard about it. Like I've heard the phrase, "Hey, the little Timmies are doing this." I've heard that, and I was just always, huh? But Hamza was the first person I figured I needed to ask what the story was.
Is it
I don't know
too-
why, but I chose him to guide my internet knowledge.
So, what I have to do now is, because if you get 90 on the, like if you have 90 on the class that you're doing right now, you don't have to take the final exam.
Do it.
So,
90.
so I have to take the final exam for math, for history, for science. I think everything except for English and Spanish.
Okay, well, there's a couple that got knocked out. Well, let's get on it then. Let's get to studying, all right? Because now in the bigger school, let's finish this school with success. Let's high step out of the school,
Exactly.
not have to slide out the back door. We want to high step out the front door, all right?
I'm at least gonna try to get a B in math.
All right. I'm rooting for you, Jampy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you a ton. But now I'm gonna say go to work, get that work done.
For sure, I'm gonna get.
And maybe we'll talk to you next week. Maybe we'll talk to you in 3 weeks. I don't know, but keep doing your thing, my dude. But I do got to talk to Alex now.
This is the last week before the final exam.
Okay. Well, hey, we're gonna have more spaces anyway after that. So,
I'll
let's,
be seeing you next week then.
all right. Let me know. Let me know how it goes. Let us all know how it goes.
For sure.
And it better be good news.
It better be.
It better be. Mm-hmm. Thank you, as always. Alex, how you doing today?
Good.
Good. Thanks for the question. Did you see? I don't know if anybody saw the tweet, but as soon as you DM me that, it was funny. Somebody else said, "Hey, who you think's going to win, Warriors or Lakers?" So good job on the question. You know the pulse of the community.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and thanks for speaking. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. What was your best thing of the week?
Best thing is probably not the Warriors actually winning Game 7.
Wasn't that wild how Steph just went? I figured someone with your profile pic would like the Warriors winning.
Yeah, I know.
But what did you think of Steph? What did you think watching Steph? What's going through your brain? Like, why can't they stop him?
I don't know. Watching him is like watching my brother. It's impossible.
Yeah. Nice. So you're I bet you're picking the Warriors to win then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, so now here's a good one. This is a shout out to Matt Mojo for this question.
Yeah.
What is your current relationship with my team?
So I have to tell my mother?
Yeah. Maybe you have to write a letter from camp to describe my team. So you could tell your mother or father, or even you could tell Cole.
I would probably say it's the biggest scam ever. Don't do this.
Whew, not really a ringing endorsement. Not really a ringing endorsement for this relationship.
Nope.
What do you like about it?
It lasts all year, and then it's pretty much the same every year.
Okay, and that what don't you like about it? Or did you answer don't or do?
Don't.
Okay. Okay, what do you like about it?
It's sometimes there's new stuff to do, and
Okay.
it's random.
Okay. I like that. See, that's a ringing endorsement right there. Sometimes there's stuff to do. That's good. That's good. So yeah, that's a tough sell. That's a tough sell. But I appreciate you still trying to play. Did you get Hakeem or no? That's not even.
That's not anymore.
Yeah. All right. It happens. So did you ever? We've had a lot of successes we've talked about.
Yeah.
Anytime that the success didn't go your way. And that could be anything. That could be a chess match that you thought you were going to win.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably a chess match when I went to use the bathroom. Then he switched our pieces, and I didn't notice, and I lost. No.
But no proof. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
No, get confused.
Yeah, get confused, play a different game, and end up losing. Oh, good on Cole. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Is that what they say when it's amongst brothers?
Yeah, pretty much.
And you still play? I bet. So, do you plan out the bathroom breaks a little better when you play chess against Cole?
No.
No, still wild, still random. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Well, you watch that. Any chess plans this summer?
Nope.
Any big plans this summer? Anything you're looking forward to this summer?
No school.
Yeah, there you go. See, that's the built-in answer. Imagine everybody that works right now, everybody that has a job right now, if we got to say, "Oh, I just have to make it till the end of May and I get 3 months off work." Imagine.
Congrats.
So I'm jealous of you, Alex.
No, you aren't.
I know that sometimes school gets tough, but I saw sometimes teachers are tough and sometimes parents just don't understand. But it gets worse. No, that's not my pep talk. I mean, enjoy what you're doing right now. All right, because other stresses, other pressures will start adding on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're making some pressures of your own, which is respectable, like streaming. And you had a couple of spaces, you're doing things to push yourself outside the box, which is commendable.
Yeah.
And so yeah. When I do say I'm proud of you for that.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. So I plan on playing some more Rocket League with you this summer.
Oh, nice.
That'll be fun. I plan on Cole requesting better music than you.
No.
Yeah. But thanks a ton, Alex. Thanks a ton. Do you know anything about this next speaker, this Rye guy?
I know he's going to be happy when the Celtics lose to the Warriors in the championship.
Oh. Rye guy, that's a pretty good intro right there.
Yeah, it's a little crazy intro as well.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for speaking, first of all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I'm feeling better.
Okay. Better? Were you ill?
Yeah, concussion. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Concussed. How'd that happen? If you don't mind me asking.
At track. So.
Track?
Yeah.
Really? You getting wild, like a shot put incident or something?
No, I was getting off the bus and I hit my head. So.
Okay. All right.
Bad. It was only a minor concussion, so it wasn't bad.
Okay, so that's good. Oh yeah, because brain injuries are nothing to mess with. That's for sure. If you bounce your brain around inside your skull, that's not a good thing. So even a minor concussion, and I use the air quotes on minor, is still your brain rattling around. So yeah. Don't take that stuff lightly. So that's
Yeah.
probably not the best thing of your week.
No, it
What
definitely hasn't been.
what was the best thing of your week?
My best thing was I got a new game. I picked up Madden 23. Kind of late, but it's
And
been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun.
really,
Yes.
what do? You hop right in online comp mode or
No.
what? What's the move?
Solo, offline. Doing my
Offline. Okay,
offline challenges.
I like that. Squad builder. You got a favorite football team?
The Patriots. I don't really watch football though. That's why I got Madden. Got it to get into football.
Okay, okay, a little prep. I like that. You're in the lab. You're in the football lab to
Yeah.
become a football fan.
Yeah, I'm in the lab right now.
I like that. I like that. I played a ton of Madden back in the day, but I was already a football fan, so I was pretty much a consumer. I was target market
Yep.
for Madden. All right, and then shout out to Alex. Who you got? Warriors, Lakers.
See, now this is difficult as a Celtics fan because you got Curry on one side and Braun on the other. I mean, all have pretty. You've seen each other in the finals, or semifinals. Yeah, it's not great. So I mean, I don't really have like a one that I want to win. It's just kind of like they're there on the West.
We're
But
going to
I would
revisit
probably
this.
if
So I'm
if
putting
I
you, yeah,
were
you
to
have to have an
all right, yeah.
answer.
So
That
if
way
I
we can have
were
you right or wrong. Because you
if
get to tweet it. If you're right, you get to tweet it and say, hey, I was right.
if I were to say, it'd probably be Curry and the Warriors.
Curry and the Warriors. So LeBron's too old. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. But hey, that's your opinion. We're all entitled to our own opinions.
Yeah.
So another opinion I'm looking for is your opinion on your relationship with my team.
All right.
All right.
So I
Okay.
what I
And,
would think what I would say my relationship with my team is a long distance relationship. That's what I would call it. Because it means it's like you see each other a couple times and like you visit each other, but you don't see each other much. So I don't play the game much. But
okay. And when you see each other, it's just not
it's
there.
it's like not really, no.
Even
I
like
get
there's
it's like
no fond memories or anything that you
if I
think about.
play if I play it's for like maybe like 10 minutes. Get on, check the new players, maybe buy one. Like I bought Thurl Bailey today and that's it and I got off.
Like it's a quality long distance relationship, I suppose. That's it's heartbreaking hearing this everybody describe their relationships. It's not going well. These relationships are not looking good.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you kids, your kids are still young. Maybe you guys will work it out. It's hard to hear that you're seeing Madden, but sounds like this Madden character has got a lot to offer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've actually been having a lot of fun on Madden.
Really, what's the if you had to say, hey, this is the most fun? I'd say, hey, I want to buy Madden because this. You say it's the most fun because of this. What is your answer?
Like how easy the offline challenges are.
Okay.
They're not like
All
2K.
Right. Oh, see, don't sell me a game by saying it's not 2K.
Because
And I knew you were gonna say. I had a
like,
feeling you were gonna say that. The reason you love Madden is because it's not 2K. And I bet a lot of people would say that. That's common. It's not just you.
Yeah.
It's
like
all
they
of
have
you.
they have the win conditions and it ends as soon as you get that done. Unlike some of the challenges where you have to play the whole 5-minute quarter.
Yeah, yeah, and it goes on and on. Yeah, I see that. I like the challenges that end as soon as it's accomplished. That's a good point. That's a good point. And,
Yeah.
And I know we talked about successes last week a little bit.
Yeah.
I know on the opposite end of the spectrum are the failures.
All right.
Have you had any of them?
Yeah, so I have it's pretty bad. So it was so at the start of the basketball season, one of my friends like last minute asked me if I wanted to play in a fantasy league. I'm like, all right, I'll play in it because why not? We didn't put any money up or anything, so it was just for fun. But I ended up going 20-0 in the regular season, undefeated the whole time. And then I went into the playoffs, beat the first guy, was down for a little bit during the week, came back, beat the first guy, went into the semifinals, beat the second guy just barely, and then I got into the finals, and it just I couldn't. It's like the Bruins. I had a great season, and then I just couldn't.
The wheels fall off when it matters most.
Yeah, in the finals, I lost by like 30 points. I think.
Are you a trash talker? Are you a fantasy trash talker?
No, I'm a nice person. So if I lose, I'm gonna say good game.
Oh, you can still be a trash talker and be a nice person. Those are two different things.
No, because I definitely had the better team. It's just KD got injured. So.
Well, what about the rounds before? Was there any healthy banter, or no? You just set your lineup and silently watch.
Yeah, it was just you set your lineup, watch. If you lose, you lose. You win, you win.
Okay, yeah, because I'm in a fantasy football league with my buddies. It's years ongoing, and yeah, there's some colorful banter that goes on in that. It's more than football talk in there, which adds a whole layer of, hey, delete this message.
Yeah, you don't want that group chat getting out.
No, because some of it's just disgusting. It's not meant for anybody's eyes, and that's only comes from knowing with somebody since third grade, and now you're old. Yeah, and so with the summer coming out, the weather's changing. You doing anything to try to get out and enjoy the summer a little bit?
Yeah, so every summer, me and my family like to go. We go camping, so we spend some family time going camping, and it's nice to be outdoors and not around video games anymore for a couple weeks.
Oh, weeks camping, weeks. Is it a tent situation or campers?
No, it's with a camper.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice not like having it's nice being out.
Yeah. I believe camping is in a tent.
Yeah.
There was a debate amongst my family all the time that the camping was in tents, and then the trailers were for the adults, and they bring in their house with them out in the woods. And so I'm always anti-trailer, just because I was forced to be in the tent.
It's fun because I have a lot of friends that go up, and we like play basketball together and stuff. So it's fun.
Okay, give me your top 2 camping activities.
Top 2. I gotta say, the bike is number 1. Going on them bike rides is top tier. And then I gotta say basketball too.
See, basketball is not a camping thing for me. I don't know. I'd say s'mores. Making s'mores. Do you have campfires?
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to figure out where you're camping if there's basketball.
No, but they don't have a basketball court near there.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay, that makes a little more sense. All right, because I'm thinking like fishing and archery, or making s'mores, or hiking up a mountain. Yeah, or killing a wolf. Something like that. Camping.
Like archery tag.
Yeah, like archery tag. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, well, that sounds like fun. It's good to get out and enjoy that family time, and even if you are at odds with your siblings or whatever, it happens so quick. There's only a few worthwhile summers of this time frame, so play some good basketball out there in the woods.
Mm-hmm. In the woods.
Let's go. I appreciate you talking. I appreciate you being here again.
Of course.
I think we both appreciate our next speaker. I don't know if you know much about our next speaker, and possibly our last speaker. Look at that. Look at the timing on this.
Speaker?
It looks like it's set up to be the last speaker.
It's a better time management, Tim. I like that idea.
Yeah. So you know this next speaker?
I might. I don't know. That's possible.
Yeah. Jimmy Crackcorn, how you doing?
I'm good, Tim. Thanks. Got my
thank
notes
you.
prepped.
Perfect. I'm gonna have to try to steer you a little bit because I know that you'll be able to just take off with the show and dominate it for me.
I gotta keep contained. So
yep.
Ask
So
me the
yeah, we don't
questions
want to
first.
flame out too quick. We don't want to
Okay.
end the show early. All right. So I gotta
Yeah.
first of all, thank you for speaking.
Yeah.
You're a real one, day one. Pretty much.
Thank you for bringing me up in the Cabrillo interview and talking about. I thought that the whole interview was great. Shout out to Cabrillo. He wanted some acknowledgement in this. I'm giving it to him right now, but that punk isn't even in here. I hope you listen to the replay. But talking about his life, talking about his what?
Cabrillo wants acknowledgement? No,
yeah, dude. Yeah, he dropped something. What? He says, "Can we talk about how great Cabrillo is?"
No way.
In the comment, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound. That's way out of character for him. It's crazy.
So thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, apologies for blowing up your spot. Mentioned that you're a foster parent, but I thought it's really cool. And thanks for weaving that in the interview. That did a great job with that on Friday.
Oh, I appreciate that. W community, that's for sure. So how's things going? What's the best thing that's happened to you this week?
I have a chance to go into a third grade classroom the last couple of days and teach them about money. It's a part of a curriculum called Junior Achievement that happens kind of across the country, and it gets kids to think about like being a part of their community and being a citizen. And in this case, we're talking to them about like, hey, this is what a bank is, and this is how you save and earn and like spend money. So it's kind of basic concepts for like 9 or 10-year-olds, but their energy, their positivity, the dynamics that they have in the class. And like you get one third grader to listen to you, you can sometimes get them all to share about what they want to spend money on and kind of steer them back into focus. So I like the spotlight. I like being in front of a class. I'm doing a little bit of that with my job and having members back on the campus that I serve at right now. But that's been my highlight, the interaction with the third graders. And I know some of them because I know their dads.
This is your grandpa all over again, teaching commerce.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Down at the grain bin or the elevator, they used to call it.
Yeah, but just in a different setting, different classroom.
Yeah, he was the guy that I learned what it is to be a part of a community. He volunteered in the zoning board. Doesn't sound really that cool in Grundy County, Iowa, but it helped to determine where the land would be, how they'd use industrial, commercial, residential properties.
To determine the future.
Yeah.
The zoning board determines the future of a city.
Exactly. You probably interact with that a little bit through your role in professional life, you know?
A little.
On the back end. Once those decisions are made.
Yep. But I find it interesting though, because you can kind of see a projected path when places start getting rezoned or change zoned or getting a farm field gets zoned commercial, and you're like, huh, what's going on? What are they planning? You know,
exactly.
It is interesting. City building. It goes back to Sim City. Did you play Sim City?
Oh man, all the time. You just brought that up, and I would just set the disasters all to happen at once I built my city. Didn't you? Didn't everybody?
Of course.
You get a good city, and then it's just fire.
Then you realize no more roads.
Monster.
Yeah, we have monster coming through, but you realize the veteran move is not to build any roads. You build all railroad tracks, so there's less pollution.
Okay.
Less traffic. And then the disasters come. And the nuclear plant's shutting down. Geez, yeah. That's.
What about me and my wife were talking about this. What's that?
What's up, Rich?
When I played SimCity, I wouldn't build roads. I would have everything dirt, and then get everybody ride carriages. After a while,
I wouldn't want to live in your city, man.
Just torture people. Yeah, Rich rolls up and tortures the people of the city. That
sounds like civilization, man, not Sim City. You got to build up. You got to build to the future economy. You know, me and my wife were talking about this. I got to ask another old head. Some guys were saying, "Oh yeah, we used to be issued," and I'm kind of call out Bizos here. Him and Jazz had a conversation on Twitter about, hey, we used to have these computers and we download these games to them, and instead of doing classwork on our computers, we're playing video games. I'm like, first of all, I went to public school. I didn't get no computer, and maybe it was a little early. What we downloaded games onto are calculators. The TI-85 calculator that could run some of the best games you ever had in your pockets before the phones and all that.
Oh yeah, the different looking games, but like the Minesweeper and stuff like that. You could play some things. That was nice. So
speaking of games, Lakers Warriors. Who do I want to see win? I just want to see somebody smack that mouth guard out of Steph Curry's mouth when he hangs it on there and he does all his little antics. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe I'm like the mechanics of the 80s and the guys who would throw an elbow in your face and knock your teeth out. And that's how I bang when I'm down low playing basketball on Sunday nights 5-on-5. So I don't know that I have a horse in this race, but I think sometimes the overhype of superstars is real. And I lived through a lot of it in the 90s. And I had to divert. I mean, everybody's favorite player was Jordan to an extent. I had to pick guys like Sean Kemp, Penny Hardaway. And I was actually looking through some old pictures that I had on Polaroid of when I was in junior high. And I saw some of the posters that I had in my room. And it just took me back. It's basically like the room that Cheap Ludes lives in now, except I was living it when it was happening in the 90s.
Well done. Well done. I like that. I like that.
You want to hear about my relationship with my team?
I do. I do.
So I'm a chasing tens guy, dude. And I've been chasing tens since I was just trying to get girlfriends. Hottest girl in the grade, I'm going for her. I was hanging with the popular guys. I wasn't the most popular or the most attractive guys. But I sent some photos to Ramsey tonight. He might be able to vouch for how I look with braids. So I'm a guy that chases tens. And my relationship with my team right now is I'm going after the hottest girl in school, right? And I'm making moves on her. And I'm basically devoting all my energy to it. Because in the last 2 years, I've kind of committed all of my free time, all of what defines me in my entertainment space to my team. And it feels like, you know, that time when you go off to college orientation and you don't tell that girl that you've been chasing that you're leaving, and she freaks out and thinks you're gone for good, and she ends up getting intoxicated and your friends end up running the train on her. That's kind of my relationship with my team. I get back and I'm like, what's happened? You know? And I don't know, if you haven't been following Twitter or the discourse, Tim, and you're surprised by the negative attitudes towards my team, I don't know where to tell you to get your head out of, old man. But I'm not trying to be negative. I'm generally a positive person. And that's a real life story that happened to me, actually. Sometimes you just got to cut your losses, dude. When you're chasing those tens, you're setting your sights a little bit too high, and you got to come back down to reality. So what did I do? Back then, what did I do? I took my PS2 and I moved to Columbus, Ohio, and I established a new identity. What did I do tonight when I was frustrated by, instead of posting my Tim Thomas that I had 53 hops on for 24 hours, and I posted him last night for 4 hours to end at 2 a.m. on the East Coast. Tonight I took my PlayStation 2 out of the basement storage. I fired that baby up. I switched discs. I had to check my records on NBA Street and on NCAA Football 2005. And some specific things made me think about that system and think about those games. DFS put something out there, and he's like, hey, you know, shout out to this guy who's been grinding 2K for a decade, and he finally got a triple-double in a My Career game. And I'm like, that sounds like me when I'm trying to win consecutive Heisman trophies in NCAA Football 2005. I'm on my 40th year. I've only lost one game. I've won 39 consecutive national championships. I got the receipts to prove it. I might post the pictures later tonight. So my PS2 is hooked up in the port that usually my Wii is.
Nice. Yeah, so that's good. That's thank you.
Can I tell you about an L that I took?
Story.
Can I tell you about an L that I took really quick?
I think so. And then just to plan it out, we do have
Trash Can
Rich. Hopefully you'll do the honor. Yep. So okay. Jimmy, I'm going to put a pin in that for 1 second because I do want to hear about this L because man, you were cracking me up tonight, my dude.
I'm gonna relate it back to, you know, like last story I told when I was going off as a freshman in basketball. Mm-hmm. I've always been like that 7th man on a 10-man team, maybe a 9th man if I'm being real honest. So I'm going to get in for like 2 minutes of a 20-minute game. I'm kind of like you. I'm on the all-star team. I'm a shortstop. I play 1 inning out of a 7-inning game. You know what I mean? And that's just our life sometimes. But we're a part of the team. We're there. So rewind to freshman, not freshman year, 7th grade. My total overall record in 7th grade was 1-27. And I'm not even counting all the track meets that I lost. I won one game. It was a basketball game against Muscatine Central. It was a home game. We were winning. I was going off. My career high prior to the 13 points that I dropped as a freshman in that last game was 11 points. And I was in the zone. 2 times I've ever been in the zone in competitive basketball were those 2 times. Except how I got myself out of the zone, I got called for a technical foul. I fell to the ground, and the whistle was blown. And you know how sometimes when you're on your back, you try to do this like spin out where instead of standing up, you like roll over your shoulders and you kick your feet like behind you. Except if you do it with enough like coordination, like a professional wrestler, you end up kind of like getting to your feet that way. But instead of standing up forward, you stand up backwards. So I didn't know who was behind me, and I ended up kicking a referee. So I couldn't see it, but my friend who was on the court was like dying laughing, got a technical foul, and coach took me out of the game. So
Ref Stomper Jimmy, wow.
Ref Stomper in my penny ones. The Anthony Hardaway, his first signature shoe, that was my basketball shoe in 7th grade. So thank you for the time. Last thing, my summer plans. The trip that I've been looking forward to since I turned 40 was a gift. And I turned 40 recently. It was like December 25th of this past year. My wife got me a trip to go see one of my friends. I'm going to be going next Tuesday, and I'm going to be with him for about 10 days. We're going to hike. We're going to do the real type of camping, which is camping in tents. And we're going to hopefully go to Yosemite National Park and some other places out west. So I'm looking forward to seeing my friend Conan Blakemore, the guy who got me into hiking, got me into exploring the outdoors when we were in college. And I thank you for taking the time to host this, Tim, every week. I'm going to pass it off to everybody's favorite UPS driver. We hope he uses his turn signal. Trash Can Rich, what do you got to say?
Have you seen the horror movies about camping, brother?
I've seen all of
past the horror
Final
movies.
Destination, but I mean, what do you mean? A tree falls on the forest and it crushes somebody.
No, not
Do they
that.
send a rescue party?
A bear can maul at you. Have you been attacked by a bear before?
We're going to be in areas where if there's bear danger, we're hanging our food. We're taking all the precautions.
You realize a bear can run 40 miles an hour. Like,
I can run 41.
Mute him, Tim.
Yeah, he doesn't have to outrun the bear. He only has to outrun his buddy. That's it.
Wow.
He's smaller than me.
Yeah. So thank you, Rich, for speaking. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just heading home from work right now. So if you hear some screaming in the background,
Hey, you got to make that money.
Ignore it. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm in home right now.
There you go. What was the best thing that happened to you this week?
One of my nieces started to walk.
Really?
Yeah.
One of your nieces.
Yep.
Now, does she become your favorite niece?
No.
Okay, good. Good answer. You still love them both, right?
Yes.
Good. All right. So who you got, Warriors or Lakers?
The Lakers.
Lakers, that easy, huh?
Yeah.
Why?
Because who's guarding AD and Bron?
Yeah. That's a good point. Good point. I guess we'll see. I'm excited for it. That's for sure. And shout out to Alex for that question, Warriors, Lakers. And then shout out to Matt Mojo for this question. What is your current relationship with my team?
Dead. Dead.
Bad?
Completely dead.
Dead. Oh, dead. I thought you said bad. No, dead. Oh, that's worse than
No,
bad.
dead. Dead. Completely dead. I never touched it. I never even thought about coming back.
Yeah. Ouch. Hey, well, that's I'm sorry for your loss. I guess.
In the community, I'm hovering around the community. You know, like I'm in and out right now. So,
I appreciate it. I know you haven't played in a while. I know that. But I appreciate being here. You're a competitive guy, though, still. You know, even if it's not basketball.
I've been playing a lot of GTA lately. A couple buddies, been playing that.
Okay, yeah. GTA will never die, apparently, so that's good.
Yeah.
You got a real life competition story for me? A win?
Record outside the team.
No, you were breaking up a little bit there. I did not
I
hear
said
you.
I still hold my high school record for most sacks in a season.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. So royalty,
Yep.
most sacks in a
Yep.
season. Hell yes, Rich.
25.
25.
Yep.
Man,
25.
what was your deal? Why were you so angry?
Um,
Why'd you hate quarterbacks so much?
Nothing. I mean, my favorite player of all time is my favorite defensive player of all time is LT. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, LT. Revolutionary. Revolutionary.
and then my favorite wide receiver all time is Megatron. So
Oh, okay. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good combo right there.
yeah,
So anytime you failed though, anytime you thought you were going to get the quarterback and didn't,
yeah, a couple times, a couple times,
uh-huh.
a couple times.
And that just makes you want to get it more,
Yep.
right?
Because recently
Did you stand over the quarterback, Rich, after a big sack? Did you stand over the quarterback and look at him?
No, I just go strictly back to defense.
Okay. Okay. All right. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. I was trying to judge you. I wasn't sure if you're a
I
standover, step
recently
over.
did because only way I know that I still hold a record is because I recently delivered to my old high school, and then I've
Okay.
seen the plaque with my name on it that still has the record. So
That is awesome. That is awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. That's something a lot of people will never have, a record in their school. So that's
So
cool. That's really
so
cool.
far nobody has beaten it. So
Oh yeah, the 25 is tough,
it
man.
is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, so.
25. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck to whoever attempts that record. Are you doing anything fun this summer?
Working maybe working.
That's all right. Yeah. Making money. Making money is fun.
Hopefully, I could acquire the city up, and so that's my goal right now for the summer.
All right, that's good. And since still working towards the car.
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely am.
Nice. You're still trying to keep the lady happy, right? Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, man.
But I appreciate you, Rich. I appreciate
Appreciate
you
it, brother.
stopping in as always. Even if you're not playing my team, I always like interacting with you. I always like
Appreciate
chatting
it.
with you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you. So thank you, brother.
So thank you. Thank you. And another person I like chatting with is Isaac. Isaac, how are you doing?
Doing good.
Good. Good to hear. Good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. And thank you for speaking once again.
No problem.
I think you're considered probably a regular at this point, right?
I am.
Yeah. A place where everybody knows your name right here.
It is.
Well, what was the best thing of your week?
My best of the regular week has just been staying on the grind level of,
Nice.
of
On the
either
grind.
2K or MLB.
Oh, you're getting into MLB? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And word on the street is you may or may not have hit for the cycle yesterday.
I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what was the toughest part of it? I hear batting is nuts. So what's the toughest hit to get for the cycle?
The toughest part to hit for the cycle is definitely the triple.
Triple. I've heard that too. Yeah, it's rare. Triples are rare.
It is.
And so that was with a player card or with your own character?
My own character.
Okay, tell me about your character then. What team does he play
plays
for?
Left field, and he's a right-handed batter for the LA Dodgers.
LA Dodgers. Why the Dodgers?
They are one of my favorite real-life baseball teams.
Okay. Okay. That's a good reasoning behind that. Okay. Where do you bat in the order? Are you number 4? Are you a power hitter?
I'm actually been hitting either 4 or 3 as a power hitter.
Okay, that's what I figured. Seemed power, left fielder, Dodgers. That screams power. That screams power. How many home runs you got so far?
Over 30.
Is your guy roided up on the juice? Is that what's going on?
He's been working hard, going to practicing and getting those good level ups.
Okay. So you're putting in the real work. There's no juicing involved. There's no steroids. There's no Balco investigation. This is legit.
Hard work.
Hard work. Hard work pays off.
The hard work does pay off.
And hard work's paid off for a couple of basketball teams, especially the Warriors and Lakers. Who do you got in that series?
I want to see the Warriors lose to LeBron.
Ooh, so not only do you want the LeBron to win, you want to see the Warriors lose to LeBron.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of loudmouth Warriors fans out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. I was a loudmouth Spurs fan back when they were good.
Oh,
So-
I was a big Thunder guy. And when they had to face the Warriors in 2016.
Oh, so this is years of built-up hatred.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that. I see, and I hate the Lakers for that same reason. The years of battles back in the day.
Yeah.
So we'll put you down for the Lakers then. Okay. So what is your current relationship with my team?
My current relationship with my team is one of the best grind to easy play through game.
There you go. See, some of us still get to enjoy it. That's right. It's how you approach the game. If you're still enjoying it, good on you. If you play a little bit of 2K as well, good on you. It's about enjoying the games that we use for entertainment.
It is.
Right? And it sounds like you're mastering 2 of them, which
Yep.
yeah, some of us can't even get the entertainment value out of 1, and you're getting it out of 2. So good job.
Good entertainment with 2.
So are you a competitive guy?
I'm really good with competitive.
Oh, okay. So tell me a competition story where you won.
So this was back when I was in elementary at Welland Bonds, and I was playing basketball.
Okay. And
We were in the championship round, and I was just going with whatever the team said.
So you were coachable.
I was coachable.
Okay. The team needs that. What were your strengths? Were you your 3-point shooter, a rebounder, defense? Describe your game.
My game is like, if I see the open look like a mid range, I go for it. But if I find an open teammate, I go to him.
Okay. Floor general / midi magician.
Yep.
All right. I like that. I'd play with you. I could get somebody to feed me the ball so I can launch.
Yeah.
I like that. Is there any time that you've had failure on the basketball court?
I have never had any failure on a basketball court. I've just been there, ready, and be hopeful with the team.
Exactly. No such thing as failure on the basketball court. We learn from everything. We play, we win, we have fun. No failure. So you got the correct answer there. So thank you for that. Nailed it.
No problem.
Any plans for the summer?
I'm going to get to head up to Maine during the summer and maybe get to hit some more NBA arenas along the way.
Okay, Maine. I hear that they're popular for lobster. Are you a lobster fan?
I have never had a lobster before.
Really? Are you anti-lobster for any reason?
I'm not much of an anti-lobster. I've just never had a chance to even try one.
Okay, do it. It's good. It's very good. I like crab better personally, but you have to try lobster, especially if you're going to Maine. It's like
We'll give it a try.
all right. I expect a report as well.
I
Okay,
will let you know of it.
and maybe even a picture of a lobster roll or something on Twitter. That'd be cool too. All right. I know I'm asking a lot. You don't have to plan your vacation around eating lobster. I'm just saying, hey, give it a try. That's all I'm saying.
I got you, man.
All right. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you, Isaac, for sure. Coming back to speak.
Hey,
I
no
enjoyed it.
problem. It's always good being here.
Do you want to kick kick it over to our final speaker, Isaac. Do you know who that is?
Is it Matt Mojo?
It is Matt Mojo. You know this guy?
Yeah, I've been a member on his live stream for 5 months.
Holy okay. Tell me about Matt. How about that? You introduced Matt by you telling me about Matt. Pretend like I don't know Matt.
So Matt Mojo is the real king of the My Team grinder.
Nice. Hey, Matt, you can't beat that. You can't beat that introduction, right?
No, you can't. That's too kind, and it's very humbling. You know what I'm saying? To have anybody say that, and you call me the king of the grinder. It seems like you're the king of the grinder, man, on MLB and also doing double duty with my team, Isaac, man. Hey, I think we all should applaud that, man, and also applaud him for even getting up to speak, man. You have to have literally cojones of the size of Texas to talk to anybody, but the way that Isaac's doing is really amazing. I think that all deserves some claps up in here for that, for real, man. That deserves all the love in the world. Isn't that awesome? I mean, hey, he's doing more on MLB than I'm doing, and I'm out here. Isaac, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, and thank you for being a member on my channel, on my streams. I appreciate it. What up, Tim?
Hey, no problem, Matt.
Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah,
thanks a bunch, Isaac. Thanks a bunch. I'm doing well. I'm doing great. We're talking about the best things that's happened, and Isaac is killing it. Yeah,
man.
And how about you? What was your best thing this week?
Okay, so this week, me and my daughter, matter of fact, the whole family, but me and my daughter, she had an assignment in school where she had to make a lighthouse here in the state of North Carolina. And there is, and I actually learned something from it. There's this, and I'm going to go visit it. It's called Bodie Island Lighthouse, okay? And she had to recreate it, okay? Literally like brick by brick. We painted it and everything. There's like a little building, looks like a church that's right in front of it. We didn't do that, but we made the lighthouse. So we built that up, and we got an actual little, at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree, those little lights, those little portable lights, we put that in there, and boom, it's functional. It looks like a little lighthouse, y'all. Hey,
tell me about the high five. Tell me about the high five when the light went off.
Man, it was that and a hug. She did well on it. So the lighthouse is predominantly black and white, and it's just a cool little thing. And the way she really took out the time to find the information, we went on my computer to find facts about Bodie Island Lighthouse, which was rebuilt twice. I learned a lot about it here in the state of North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Is a lot of lighthouses, believe it or not. And I think I'm gonna make a few trips, man.
See, look at that. All of a sudden, you're a big Lighthouse fan. You didn't know. Deep down inside, a big Lighthouse fan.
Yeah, man. That was awesome. And in the process, I learned a lot. I guess that just goes for fatherhood, and I'm sure in the process, along the way, we all live, we all learn. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that and a lot of you, or a few of you maybe in here, may or may not have children, but let me tell you something. As a parent, you actually learn more from the children than you can learn from anything else. Life teaches us a lot, and as we go down the line in life, we have certain situations that either test us, try us, or put us through, man. But I'm going to tell you something about kids. Kids are resilient, man, and they teach you something every single day. And there's a gift in that, I know that sounds chummy. It might sound cheesy, but it's real spiel.
No, it's real. We're beyond cheese or beyond sound, and we're just talking real talk. And that's what it is. Like being able to experience somebody's first time going to Disneyland, or the first time trying ice cream, or little things like that give you joy, or learning about a lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you guys both learned something. You guys both getting into it. There's a little back and forth with my adult son about talking about a Route 66 and how it tied in with cars as we were driving across the country.
Mm-hmm.
Learning stuff from my kids, and I love it. I love that kind of stuff, man. I hope you have to build more lighthouses.
No, listen, I can't even draw a stick figure, man. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was there for the information. I was there to help paint. That's it.
Support. I'm beyond what your work was. That's right. All right, but on the basketball side, there's a big game coming up, or a big series coming up, Warriors-Lakers.
Okay.
So shout out to Alex for the question. Who you got?
Okay, so like if you look at the numbers, man, it's hard to ignore what the Warriors do. You got a guy by the name of Steph Curry, Wardell out here scoring 50 points, clutching up in a game 7, doing what he's doing. I mean, it's really, really hard to ignore Steph Curry out here doing his thing. Right now, he needs another championship. You know why? He's not chasing Kobe. No. He's not chasing none of the greats like my boy Isaiah, Lord Thomas III to go back to. No. He's not chasing none. He's chasing Jordan. He's chasing Jordan, man. He wants to get over 6. He wants more than LeBron has. That's what it really is when it comes down to it. So this series is pivotal in him. Really, he don't have to win it, but he needs to win it. I know he wants it that bad. Wardell wants it. But I still feel like the Lakers are going to win in 6. I got bread on it. There's just no way I don't see the Lakers. I said it first. I said it way before the series playoffs started, rather. I said the Lakers, man, if they can get through out the play-in, man, they're gonna go all the way. And they just have the momentum. And when you have momentum, when you have depth, it's hard to beat. They really.
Oh, yeah. And the one thing that I think about that's really, ironized the Lakers was the whole Dylan Brooks thing. This team saw that and even though it might have been insignificant, but just something, any motivation for the team to rally around LeBron and say, nope, one more time.
Yeah, I'm sure they took it personal. Of course, when you got a dude, a bozo that says, "Oh, I poke bears and whatnot," you basically poking and really prodding, in many ways, too many more ways, where to the point where LeBron had to come to you, meet you at half court, and tell you what it was, what it is, and what it will be. Basically say, you're doing too much, and I'm about to show you what it is. I might be 40 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how LeBron is. But I'm going to tell you right now, he was out there really hooping on them, man. There's no circumstance that, while we're on the subject, there is no circumstances that the Memphis Grizzlies, under any circumstances, will the Memphis Grizzlies take back Dylan Brooks. And we know why. You know what I'm saying?
Any circumstances. That's right. Yeah.
Circumstance. Yeah. Like you can give a slap on the wrist to Ja for the things he did. We're not good in the West. We know y'all not good in the West. We can give you a slap on the wrist. You're a superstar. But Dylan Brooks was way out of pocket for the comments he said. He did a bit too much. All he had to do is do his role. You know what I'm saying? If he would have guarded up LeBron when he hit that game winner, maybe it would have been a different outcome, Tim. But I got the Lakers in 6. I think the Warriors are a good team. They really are. If Steph Curry wins this, or not Steph Curry, if the Warriors win this, it's going to take efforts like what Steph Curry did. I'll say that. He's going to need more 50 pieces, if that makes sense. In
50
order to
every game, huh? Just 50 every game. But yeah, that's it's going to be an interesting series. I'm excited for it, and it just goes to show you that back when LeBron made how many straight Eastern Conference Finals every year, LeBron in the finals. Yeah, it's crazy.
I could be wrong, and not to deflect from me, but I've heard a few of the guys say the Lakers. You know what I'm saying, and predominantly, I think. But man, you can't discount the Warriors. The team to beat, I feel, overall is Denver. Denver's something different right now. I think they're going to sweep the Suns. I don't know what's happening with KD, and I feel like he's just not in. I'm not trying to sound ugly towards KD, but it is what it is, man. It's just not happening. I don't know. It's just not
Sounds
happening.
like pure shade. Sounds like pure shade at KD.
Shade, okay.
But and maybe shade, but maybe not shade. If we were describing your current relationship with my team, how would that look? I took the question because I did ask you for a little help getting questions, and you were kind enough to throw one out in your stream, and I evolved it just a little bit. But you're describing your relationship to my team to me, but you're not telling me it's a video game.
My team is the mode that you want to enjoy. Unfortunately, it seems like you can't. And it has nothing to do with any of us. We all here love the game of basketball. We definitely love the mode of my team. We love, the atmosphere. It's exciting mode. Unfortunately, it has been left desolate. It seems like it is DOA. Soon as we got the game, 2K23, us that played my team, we went in there, loaded up, and we saw this trophy case, this extravagant trophy case, didn't know what to do. Okay. And to this day, a lot of us still don't know what to do, and that right there was an underwhelming experience, especially when the grand prize, which had 25 halves, basic everything, was sloppy, was no good, was unusable, By the way, Evo, Dr. J, Tim Duncan, and Larry Bird, please. Anyways, my team is the type of mode this year that you expected great things coming after 22. A lot of people really loved the game of 22, the way it felt, and then
hold on, Matt. Hold on. Let me stop real quick.
You don't stop me, okay? Let me hear this.
Describe your current relationship. Not what everybody expected, what everybody played in the past. I want to, hey, Matt, I heard you're dating this new so-and-so. Tell me about it. And then you tell me about that. Like how you're currently, what's the dating situation between you two look like?
My relationship, I'm trying to tell you what my relationship is, okay? I'm over here, listen. My relationship is this, okay? I hear what the people are saying, and I understand what the community is saying. My relationship is within the community, okay? All right, just like your relationship with the community. And you know what? I follow a lot, and I see what has been said, and I've reverberated what has been said. A lot of people that don't know me, they don't know that I've said a lot concerning my team. But at this, to answer your question, Tim, one-on-one, me and my team, it is, how do I want to say this? My team is my
See, this is why I asked it like this. It's not easy. Maybe you're not talking every day. Maybe you are. I don't know.
This is tough. My team is you want to love, but you can't. My team is like my Holly Berry. I want to love her, but I can't because she lives in Hollywood and I live here.
That's yeah. Exactly.
My team is hard to love because you see everybody else, with the same feeling. You know what I'm saying? They love the same. They love the same girl, but they can't. They can't get next to her. It's like Temptations. I can't get next to you. I just can't get. I can't. I want to, but they won't allow me to.
Yeah, we're here. We're all here for you. Come on.
Wait for me.
It's frustrating. It is frustrating. And yeah, because it is a personal relationship because we have to fire up the game. We have to want to enjoy it, especially if we have to stream it and show other people how we play it. It is a personal relationship that you have to hope that there's something to do, or that you can make something to do. Because you've enjoyed it. Some of your funnest streams. And I know baseball's fun now. I understand that. And I found you playing 2K as a 2K streamer, and you've had a blast playing it. And that's what's so frustrating, that you see two people that are, which is good to take a break from the game, but it's almost like an angry break. It's not like a break to because they're excited about a different game, but a break that's like, oh, this is exhausting type break.
Yeah.
And I feel it too. I enjoy the game. I enjoy the game probably a lot more than I should, but sometimes it is like, yeah, well, maybe if they would have done this, it seems like it could have added another week's worth of content of just changing this one little thing, and
here's the thing, and what I was, really wanted to, it's tough. That's a tough question. It's really a loaded question, but I can tell you this: with my team, it's a game that you want to love, but it just doesn't love you back. It doesn't love you back the way you want to be loved. Unfortunately, the mode is very, very, very just sad right now. The people around the mode that have put on for the mode is sad. I don't even want to look at most of the stuff that's being promoted because it's just flat out sad. I don't care what nobody has to say about it. It is what it is. Anybody that puts on for this mode literally and speaks highly of this mode is at 90% is lying. I love this game more than many people in here right now watching me. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I love this mode to the fullest, more than the people that you probably know. And I'm going to tell you something. If they say they really care about this mode right now, they're lying to you because this mode does not treat you right. This moment, it's not treating nobody right for real. It's just bad. It's in the dumps. Now everybody has a different experience and probably have a different feel of this game. But I promise you, and this is just the facts of it. There's some point at some point at this game where it made you just question everything you knew about my team. That is without a doubt. And that right now is just very disconcerting. It's almost depressing. So, but anyways, that's my feel about this mode. My team is could be great. It isn't. You know, I've spoken
Other things could be great though, like summertime. Weather's changing, things are looking nice. Are you doing anything fun this summer? Anything on the calendar?
Yeah, I'm thinking about going. I got to go back. Of course, go see my mama. Go back to Detroit, and then go. Probably go just see family. You know, summertime is it's gonna be hot. You know, in the Midwest. You know, I'm gonna get away from the East Coast. Man, I got to get away from this Atlantic area. Get back to the city.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's good. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to speak, Matt, for sure. And
No, thank you very much for having me, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, bro. And I just want to give a shout out to each and every one of y'all in here, man. Shout out to all you goats, man. I can name every one of y'all in here, man. You guys are amazing. I love the vibes, and I love to hear everybody's thoughts about the mode. I think it's important to figure out where everybody really set to the mode, man. Predominantly, really, a lot of people is just not feeling it. It's just not a game mode that we can enjoy. But I will say this in a positive sense, my team could be that mode, you know, I really feel like they could take the necessary steps to be the mode where it should be. Unfortunately, those steps it's not had. The only hope I have is maybe 2K24 if there's even a mode, but I really just want to see good things. I just want to see people happy. I want to see the community be happy. And rightfully, we all should, you know.
What do you think about that Hollow logo, Jay? You agree with Matt, or would you rather see people miserable?
I think we all go through ups and downs in a day, in a week. So I echo a lot of what Matt said. And, you know, we in past streams and even, you know, in spaces, we all talked about how we missed some of the funner times of earlier this year. And it felt like it was a lifetime ago, you know?
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. And thank you for speaking. And I know Ramsey's going to get on me for allowing another speaker way after time, but man, I was just enjoying the conversation. I know I didn't get to hear your side of the story as far as a sports story last week. So I'd like to hear that from you if you have a minute.
Are you asking Ramsey or are you asking me?
No, I'm asking you. Ramsey's the one that's going to yell at me for saying, man, you were a half hour over and you let another speaker in. And so
I was almost not going to request just because I was looking at the clock and I was like, man, by the time I finished dinner and cleaning up, it was like 7:30. So we could definitely keep it short. And, you know, I want to give it back to, you know, Ramsey to close out the space or whomever you deem since you're
it is going to be Ramsey tonight. It is going to be Ramsey because I know he's probably going to take a couple shots on me at the way out, which is fine. It'll avoid an angry phone call later. So,
yeah. But what was the question? And we'll keep it short, Tim.
The first one is best thing of the week. I want to find out your best thing of the week.
I guess the best thing of the week in real life is, you know, at work, there's been a lot of change. There's been a lot of ups and downs, kind of like the community and my team is the game. And, you know, we finally had a big presentation this week where everyone was on the same page. There was no one questioning each other. Everyone had different priorities early on, but everyone's just aligned and no need to get into the details. And it's just amazing to feel that because I feel like in the community, in my hobby, which has been my escape, which has been my team in 2K, it's been the opposite. So it's kind of been weird where work has given me that alignment and happy vibes. So that's kind of my win of the week.
Wow. Yeah, that's a change right there. Yeah, the place that you'd expect the relief and the camaraderie is the opposite of where you found it. That's and another big question. We get to watch the Warriors and Lakers. Who you got for the series?
Oh man, I gotta support my Lakers, but Steph is amazing, and AD is always an injury risk. So if I'm betting with my heart, I'd want to pick my purple and gold, but betting with my mind, I'd pick the Warriors.
Okay. All right. And so now this was the tough one. Describe your current relationship with my team.
I almost broke a controller today. because I was trying to do a couple offline grinds just for the fun of it, and even like playing 1 or 2 games. You know how it's like it doesn't matter like how long any of us take a break from the game, whether it's like a week or if those folks coming back from the 30 days, or whether it was like last night. It's like I hate jumping into a game and within the first game I see something with the gameplay and algo that already makes me want to put the controller down. And I wish I didn't get to that zone so quickly each time I fire up, but I would say that's my state today, and I'm just being brutally honest because I feel like I'm not the only one. So
Yeah, I think that's kind of the vibe, and probably because of the competition side of you. That's why you want it to be a good game so you can compete on basketball. And we were talking last week about our IRL competition wins, whether it's sports or others. Do you have a win that stands out in a competitive setting?
well, I do remember the great stories everyone was sharing. The short version of my story is I used to run cross country in high school, and I'm never the fastest. But what I loved about that sport is you always pulled for everyone to finish, right? So just like people who want to grind unlimited or TT offline or whatever, it's not about first, it's about finishing. And it's odd because in our community, there's this vibe of you have to be first, right? There's a rush to be first on collector level, first on level 40. And I think what we need more is just helping lift each other up and finish, which I think a lot of stuff happens. But anyway, my competition stories, usually I'm not in the top 5 that place for cross country. I'm usually like double digits. And there was one race where these freshmen and I was a senior, and they're like, dude, you got to run with us. And then they pulled me along the entire time. And one of my buddies was usually a really quick one. I think he got some bad cramps or something like that. And then I noticed he was like slow, and I'm like, are you okay? He's like, okay, just go, just go. And those freshmen that were just like new on the team, they were young, they were full of energy, they pulled me along. And that was the first time I placed 5th, and I ran a 5K under 20 minutes. So it was great to be part of that, and it was great to finish the game and actually have my score count for once.
Oh yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, and motivation, finding motivation in a place you didn't think you'd find it. And so, any big plans to enjoy the summer? That's my mood right now because we finally got our first 80-degree day and it was crazy.
Not really. I think just kind of keep it simple and find fun things for my kids to do.
Yeah.
My daughter's going to be going from 5th to 6th, so it's kind of that interesting swap from elementary school to middle school. So we'll find something. We'll keep it spontaneous. We'll just leave it at that.
Keep it spontaneous. I like that. And you live in an area with some pretty nice weather anyway, so I don't know if you really need to go on vacation for weather purposes.
Yeah, San Diego. If any of y'all are in town, Cali, San Diego, come hit me up, man. We'll go get some tacos and margaritas.
There you go. Yeah, tacos and margaritas in Cali with Hollow J. That'd be a weekend. I'll tell you that. Thanks a ton, Jay. Ramsey, I'm sorry.
Yes, Tim.
I know we're over. I know. I understand. It's Jay's fault.
I happily accept all blame. It's all good.
No.
He's already bugging me every day when I don't get him his Chick-fil-A. And I did have Chick-fil-A tonight, and I got some extra just for you, but the salad's still waiting here for you, brother.
See, so it's not my fault. So Ramsey, hey, we get to chat here in a couple days. Real talk.
Yeah, we do.
So,
we do, buddy. We do.
So it's been nice talking tonight. Figure out a way to get us out of here, would you?
Okay, all right. I want to thank everybody for coming out to another space, number 26 for Tim. I appreciate everybody taking the time to speak. Your opinions are valued and welcome. Just remember this going forward for the rest of the week. Whatever you encounter, it's only temporary, whether it's a challenge or something you face in real life. Just keep pushing, put your head down, and just know that in May, it's okay. Always two things. It's okay to not feel okay, but just make sure you find somebody and reach out because we're here. Because it's important to remember, along with maybe in Mother's Day and birthdays and whatnot, it's also Mental Health Awareness Month. So I just want everybody to keep that in mind and just know that you're probably not the only one that's going through something tough, but hey, we're here for you, okay? So just get through the rest of the week. And if you got time, stop through on Friday at 8 p.m. when I can cook Tim up how I want to cook Tim up, and stay tuned for that IRL basketball game. So everybody have a great week.
See, now, if you ask me, that was pretty good. It was a pretty good show. Thanks to everybody that was involved with it. Please like, subscribe, comment, all the YouTube stuff. And if you want to speak, come out on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitter. Thank you.